Hey, welcome in.
What's
How's it
good?
going?
How's it
How's
going,
everybody
everyone?
doing? All
Yeah.
right. We already got some folks in the chat. Hang on, let me get my
hmm
up. It's about to start. We're about to get going.
It
Oh, we
started.
got
It
we got a
started.
few
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah. There's just a
All
little
right.
bit of a delay.
Let me just refresh my stream. All right. Let me hit that on mute. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Austin,
My name is Josiah.
and we
We
are
are
the
the
Super Cinema
Super Cinema
Cinema. Super
Brothers. Cinema.
Bros. And
Cinema Brothers. With a
Cinema,
super
look
special
out,
guest,
Super
Jordan.
Cinema, bro. That's right.
He's
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Jordan.
Hey,
yeah. There we go.
man,
John DeMarco, Marco,
DeMarco,
Marco.
what an introduction. Thanks, guys. I feel honored
Yeah.
that you even asked me to come on.
Yes,
I have a
yes.
lot of knowledge on the Marvel universe, and I am really happy to be able to, give some insights and be a part of this whole thing.
Uh-oh. Sounds like
We love
Austin's
it.
gonna be a fish out of water. I've seen Iron Man in
Uh-huh.
2008, so I'm coming in with that perspective.
Ooh,
Yeah.
man. Saying 2008. Oh, dang. It's almost 20
I
years
saw
ago
Edward
now.
Norton Hulk. I saw the Ang Lee Hulk, and
Mhm.
yeah, and so
He got an Oscar
that's
for
Yeah,
that one, right?
that's where I'm coming from.
yeah,
Mhm.
that looking back on that one
Yeah,
particularly, it was great in the period. It's not a
yeah,
great watch back.
yeah,
I
yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
seen it forever. I actually thought it was kind of dope, even though it's kind of stupid at the same time that he like digs his way underground. And then I mean the fact that he jumps like football fields, I do love. I do love
That was my
how
favorite
like
part.
Well,
yeah.
that's great. For me, it was the
Yeah.
villain, his dad becoming a cloud, and you fight like it's the Hulk. You need him to fight somebody physical, you
Uh-huh,
know?
Yeah, yeah,
uh-huh, uh-huh. Huh,
yeah,
Cloud. There was a Fantastic Four movie with a cloud too,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, very similar.
Yeah.
yeah. There's a part where he's jumping, and he jumps on top of the jet, and he's like looking inside the
Yeah.
cockpit, and he just freaks out for no reason. Yeah.
I
So
like when he was being a track star running around the Grand Canyon, a little bit.
the only
Yeah.
other part I liked better than that was Nick Nolte biting on those power lines.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
fun. All
They
right.
have
So what
had the best Betty Ross though. Just gonna say, just gonna put it out there. You
Yeah,
are
I
we
know.
talking
think
about
with
Jennifer Connelly?
yep. I think with, like, what was being put out at the time, I mean, just grateful for any type of superhero content at all,
Yes,
outside of the books.
yes.
Yeah.
Also, Merrick Wolf, welcome back. Hey, haven't seen you in forever.
Hey,
Yeah,
Merrick.
Merrick.
In fact, let me see. Let me check real quick. Who do we have on stream? Let me have who do we have in the live chat? We have the one and only Mr. Alias Fresh. We have Genobi One, and now we have Merrick. Welcome, one and all.
Yeah, yeah.
So happy to have you guys.
Oh,
All
you
right,
guys are the
Josiah,
best.
what do we have on the docket this evening?
Man, today we got.
Am I looking down?
Oh
What,
wait,
what,
wait,
what,
wait. Am
what?
I pointing? Am I pointing at this anime? Oh, I'm
Hang
sorry.
on.
My bad. I'm
No,
supposed to be pointing at this other one right here.
no.
Uh,
We are totally professionals. Like we got this.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Uh
I'm
huh.
looking at an angle. Boom. All
Yeah,
right.
you
That
got
man.
it. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. That stuff down
Yeah.
there. Yes.
All right.
Spider Man. Brand new day.
Right.
This is the
All right.
fourth. This is the fourth MCU Spider Man movie. Oh man, am I lagging a bit? Maybe. It's okay.
Oh, you know what?
Anyways,
Hey, let me do
we'll
this.
keep on trucking. So yeah, fourth, mind blowing, fourth Tom Holland Spider Man movie brought to you by Sony and brought to you by MCU, Marvel, Disney. This almost didn't happen, but it is now here. It's finally here. Insane. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, Josiah, do you want to read the synopsis, or would you like me to?
I'll take on the synopsis.
All
Uh
right.
oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Did I make our images go away? I might have for a half second.
Hang on. We're good.
Mm-mm-mm. You know what? I think you need to read it. Yeah, because for whatever reason,
Okay.
windows
Not a
are
problem.
not popping up over each other right now. I'll have to look
All
into
right.
that later.
All right.
Go
So
ahead.
here we go. Spider-Man, brand new day, picks up 4 years after the world forgot Peter Parker ever existed, finding him quietly protecting New York as a beloved but isolated hero, cut off from the people who once knew him best, including his ex, MJ, and his former best friend, Ned. When a string of attacks tied to a mysterious government project pulls him back into a world of shadowy agencies and enhanced threats, Peter begins developing unsettling new abilities of his own, forcing him to confront both a dangerous new adversary and the fallout of the isolation he's chosen to live in. As old faces re-enter his orbit without recognizing him, Peter is pushed toward a reckoning with just how much he's sacrificed to keep the people he loves safe. The film explores loneliness and the cost of heroism, examining what it means to protect others while cutting yourself off from genuine connection. It grapples with themes of identity and self-acceptance, learning to embrace parts of oneself that feel frightening or uncontrollable rather than suppressing them, alongside questions of grief, loss, and the different ways people respond to trauma inflicted by those meant to protect them. Underlying the action is a meditation on institutional betrayal and the human cost of treating people as a means to an end. Ultimately, the story asks whether true strength comes from carrying burdens alone or from letting others back in, and what it takes to find a version of yourself worth being known by the people who matter. All right.
Synopsis.
Monsieur
Yeah.
Claude providing us a lot.
Bonjour.
Yeah, that's
As
Merci
great.
beaucoup. Je m'appelle. All right.
Time for our speed runs. Who would like to go first? I'm welcome to bust open that door and tackle it first. If you don't mind.
Go for it.
Okay.
All right. You got your
Let me
got the
hit
recording
the
set up.
record here. All right, recording. Here we go. Spider-Man: Brand New Day. This is the newest MCU movie, fourth Spider-Man movie in the Sony Marvel joint venture Tom Holland universe. This movie is great. But I will say, no, two things. One, the trailers for this movie show so much of the action. Yeah, if you can stay away from that, it's probably too late. You've probably already watched the movie, but if you're gonna watch the movie, if you already stay away from trailers, you already know. I wish it didn't show as much as it did. Second thing, look, this is the MCU Spider-Man. As much as I might have secretly hoped that this would be like a solo Spider-Man adventure, Feige and the crew have clearly decided, and it's proof in the other Spider-Man movies, that Spider-Man is in a universe with the other characters, so whoever's in New York with him could potentially show up. And that's just the way these movies are going to be. I don't think we're ever going to get a solo Spider-Man movie like we did with the Sam Raimi's movies, because they only had access to Spider-Man and his characters at the time. So if you know those two things, you go into this film looking for just a good adventure that has a ton of heart. Man, I think you'll really wind up enjoying this one. I had an absolute blast with it. Saw it twice already this weekend. Yeah, first viewing. A little trepidation here and there. Trepidations here and there. You know, the mystery keeps you strung along pretty well. The action, the costuming. Yeah, this movie looks like it's made in the actual locations overall. Yeah, there are a couple, fake locations, but overall, this does not feel like some of the older films in which a whole lot of green screen was used. So yeah, practical effects, actual in-camera characters, Spider-Man's the costume is seemingly most of the time fully there. It's not the digital Spider-Man that we've had for a while. I mean, I don't know. You guys remember watching Homecoming and even Civil War to agree. You're like, this is definitely a digital Spider-Man. It was awesome, but it was one of the minor bumps that we had when he was first introduced, and a little bit over the last couple movies. Yeah, if you just love the character, man, grew up with this character in particular. Watch this character in the animated series Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends with Iceman, Firestar. Man, just brought so much joy. Very heartfelt, deep moments. Yeah, the character dynamics, the actual drama that Peter goes through this film in relation with supporting characters, so good. The drama he has with antagonists, drama that he has just about everywhere. Tom Holland's performance is probably the best performance he's given in this character. This does feel like an adult Spider-Man. Yeah, there's just so many positives about this film. We're gonna talk about all of the spoilers, and I hope I didn't spoil it very much for you guys already in our full review. But yeah, as far as see it, stream it, skip it, definitely see it in theaters. If you have any interest in Marvel characters at all, see it in theaters. If you just want to see a film that is solid storytelling, that captures the Shakespearean laugh cry sort of approach to things, this does it well. This does it very well. Man, I'm looking forward to watching more. And I think this is actually one of the few in the pantheon of Spider-Man films that I feel like I can rewatch over and over. So, yeah. See it in theaters, guys. Peace.
All right.
All right.
Here I'll go next, and then you can. So you really have a sense of what you
Sounds
want to
good.
say,
Yep.
and then I'll do it. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna hit
Are we ready?
recording now. All right, we are recording. First, yeah. Welcome in, Rebel Sky. We are doing the speed run, so we're about to record Austin. All right,
What's
all right.
up? All right, here we go.
Go ahead.
Spider-Man, Brand New Day. The first Spider-Man film to get rid of all the CG special effects. This movie is a lot of fun. Just the scientific advancement to actually get web slinging. Like there is no computer graphics. That is literally a man swinging from skyscrapers. Do you understand? This all literally happened. And I'm so proud of the risk that they took. You know, they found a very competent stuntman to get in that spandex suit and risk his life to swing Zendaya on a skyscraper roof. And just for that alone, like, I mean, in the Academy Award, you know, this movie's a lot of fun. And this movie has some very, very, very clear homages. And oh my gosh, I'm doing the bird hands, dear Lord. Very clear homages to folks who have been reading the comic books from the very beginning. There are some very clear homages in the very beginning of the film. This movie is worth watching in 3D just for that alone. If you like the iconic comic book covers of Spider-Man throughout the years, you are going to be very, very happy with like the first 120 seconds of this film, more or less. Like the first 2 or 3 minutes, you're like, oh, wow. And the fact that they used no CG, it was one man hitting all those poses 30 stories up in the air. Amazing. This movie feels like the MCU's, goodness, the bird hand, the MCU's take on Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, which I think Josiah and I agree, and Jordan, I'm not sure maybe you agree, maybe you don't agree. Maybe the greatest Spider-Man movie of all time, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2. This is like the MCU's take on that. It's not exactly the same. It's not as Broadway play, super theatrical, super dramatic as the Sam Raimi movies. Maybe a knock against the movies that it's not as stylized as Sam Raimi's movies are, but overall, it's kind of their take on retelling that story. And overall, I think it's a take that is fitting for the current cast of characters, for Tom Holland, Zendaya, and so on. And so I watched this movie. I'm like, okay, is this trying to be Spider-Man 2 from 20 some odd years ago? It kind of sort of is, but it's its own thing. And it has a separate villain. And there's lots of things in this movie that are different from that movie. Lots of characters, namely the Punisher. If you like John Bernthaling, that's a verb, then you're going to enjoy this movie. If you enjoyed the Netflix show, you're going to enjoy him. running around, grunting, and shooting things. So that's going to be fun. And again, all practical effects. People almost died, but I'm so glad that they were committed to making this movie a reality. And so, yeah, the acting was good. I felt like I was going along with Peter, experiencing what he was experiencing. Um, and yeah, the movie is what, 2 hours plus. I don't think it necessarily feels its length. Um, this movie is not perfect. There are some things I would have changed. There are some things I thought were maybe a little bit cheesy or done in a way that's like takes me out of it just a little bit. But overall, I think this is a fun movie. And if you enjoy the MCU, if you enjoy Spider-Man, I think there's enough in this movie to really reward you. So on the scale of go see it, stream it, forget it, especially for like that first 3 minutes, first 2 or 3 minutes, go see it in the theaters and go see it in 3D. In fact, I might just go back and, with my A-list AMC, because I got it like that. I might just go in, put the glasses on, watch the first couple minutes, and then walk out. Because again, I got it like that. So yeah, go see this movie. I mean, it's already made like $1 billion. I think it's already crossed it. It had a huge. I mean, they started on Thursday, so like, are they playing fair? You come to that. You come to your own conclusions. But they've already cleared like I think just about $1 billion by now. So this movie's going to be in theaters for a little while. Go see it. Have a good time. Enjoy yourself. And yeah, Spider-Man. It's a brand new day. Back to you, Josiah.
All right. I stopped recording. Cool.
Right.
Yeah. All right, Jordan. We'll get to yours in 1/2 second. Knowing
Yeah.
Hornet 7788. Welcome in, brother.
What's
Welcome
good?
in.
Hang on.
Hornet.
Hang on. What's good?
All right. Yeah, Hornet is saying I have words about this movie. Yes, we want to hear all your words about this movie. Right after we get to Jordan's speed run, which is going to happen in a second. Let us know when you're ready. Yeah, I will hit record.
Count me down and record.
Okay, let's hit record. And 3, 2, 1. You got it?
It's been 5 years since the last Spider-Man we got, so there's been almost a half a decade of us really to chew on this character, and I will say it is a brand new day. It's a brand new Spider-Man. We got our origin story of Spider-Man in the Marvel Universe with the first 3 movies, closed out fantastically with No Way Home. And now we get to really see a very, very street level Spider-Man, not all the multiversal stuff. He's not in space. He's back to his roots, swinging through the streets. You get to see a ton of his road gallery at the beginning of the movie. A little disappointed. I kind of wish it was a little longer, because that also was probably one of my favorite parts of the movie, was the first 5 minutes. Just seeing those shots, just the way Daniel Creston, David, did I get that right?
Destin Daniel Creston.
Destin Daniel. Okay, I knew it was something like that, but he did a fantastic job paying homage to those guys like Steve Ditko, John Romita, just some of those really, really cool iconic shots that you kind of, if you're really into the comic world, you probably have one of them hanging up on your wall somewhere. So just that alone was just awesome to be able to see, all those characters, see Spider-Man, see where he's at after 4 years. We get to see the beginning of the movie starts off immediately from where we left off with him, and then we get to see him kind of being a voyeur for 4 years, watching his friends do all the things that he wanted to do. So then you get really built into the storyline of his sadness, and then what ultimately comes from that sadness and how it affects him. So I really love that piece as well. I did like a lot of the characters they put in there. I think Hulk was a little underutilized overall, and I think we had mentioned this before. A lot of this, I wish they'd never even shown Hulk in the trailers. I think it would have been such a better payoff if we did not see him at all. So yeah, Marvel, if you guys are listening to anything we're saying, please please stop showing stuff to us. We want to go and really surprise. And I think it would really bring, the excitement and walk out of the movie that much better if we had maybe that one less Easter egg. But speaking of Easter eggs, a lot of Easter eggs in this. If you're a comic book fan, some that I had to, when I rewatched, I had to really pick them out. With the second watch, I didn't see it the first time around. Um, I love the story build, the villain kind of out of nowhere, and it also was kind of a way of not really bringing in a Spider-Man villain, which kind of stinked a little bit. Not having a true Spider-Man villain be the villain of the movie. But it leads to a lot of really cool things moving forward with the Marvel universe. If you're into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, a lot of open-ended questions at the end of this movie. That's like, okay, what happens next for this character, that character, and then kind of a lot of the implications of the aftermath of how the end of this movie goes and what the next steps are. And if you follow MCU, there could be another. I think there's going to be another saga after Secret Wars, soft reboot possibly. So I think this is definitely going to help lead into that next saga, the Mutant Saga, which is my favorite all time. So really looking forward to that. But just overall, I thought this movie was great. I will say, if I rank it between my Spider-Mans, I still don't see it better than No Way Home. I mean, there was too many. there are too many shiny golden stars being flown around, that and the hype and the excitement and everything behind that. But if you do love a real street level Spider-Man and kind of a beginning of a new chapter for Spider-Man from what we've already seen over the last 3 films, this is definitely an enjoyable 2.5 hours, and you don't even think about it until you walk out and you're like, that was great. Yeah, so that's my opinion. I can't wait to jump into some more things with you guys, but back to you, Super Cinema Bros.
Yeah, right. Stop recording.
Right.
Perfect. Got them done. Sweet. Okay.
All right. So, gentlemen, is there anything we want to mention before we jump into spoiler territory? Any preliminary statements before we get into it?
Yeah, let's so I threw out the thought, well, the personal expression that this one feels pretty rewatchable. I mean, having seen it a couple times, second watch was even more excited watching it, knowing what it was going to show me, what it was not going to show me. I think allowed me to want to enjoy the movie even more. Did you guys have any experiences or thoughts about that?
Again, I actually think I might actually go and catch a matinee show, whatever, in 3D just to catch that the beginning part. And again, that is an homage to iconic Spider-Man comic book covers. And so
Exactly. Yeah.
what you
great.
see on the screen is probably something you've seen on a t-shirt, on a poster.
100%.
If you're anywhere in the comic book realm, Marvel Comics, iconic covers of any variety, these are all super iconic covers, things that you've seen just in passing. And so to see it represented on screen, again, like Jordan was saying, there's like hardcore Easter eggs. And these it's almost kind of hard to call. Maybe it's not even it's just right there. It's just showing you exactly what it is. I don't know if that still counts as an Easter egg, because it's just boom, boom, we love you, boom,
Yeah.
and so
yes, exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
And again, ladies and gentlemen,
dude, I
think
agree,
it's worth-
man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's worth seeing it in 3D, because I was watching. I was like, I saw it in 2D. I was like, oh, I kind of wish I was like. Normally, live action, I'm not like, just watch it in 2D. Normally, only animated features really benefit from the 3D format. But in this case, I really want to see this in 3D just so I can satisfy my own curiosity.
It's funny. I accidentally booked a showing for 3D and I didn't realize it. I was actually really upset I did that, because I usually do not like going to 3D movies. I don't know. think the technology just isn't caught up yet.
Yeah, for live action, definitely not typically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I was very surprised at how much I enjoyed it in 3D.
Okay.
It did not disappoint. I thought I ruined my experience because I accidentally did that. So I'm just going in with a negative headspace, but it did not, and it felt really good about it. John Barenthal was amazing as always, playing Frank Castle, that tortured anti-hero character, which he plays so well. God, love seeing Spider-Man and the Punisher, Frank Castle's relationship and how that maturated. That was a lot of fun to see. I mean, I don't know how many everybody's seen, like any type of spoilers, but like I said, I always
maybe
am
hold back and we'll open it up in a second.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm always going to lean for a Spider-Man villain over anything else. Because he has such a vast rogues gallery. How do you not use somebody? There's so many still there. But I did hear, this may be the first of the next 3. So who knows? We could get it later on. But
it definitely will. It definitely will be. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So felt rewatchable enough for you to check out a second viewing. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're very right, Josiah, about it just being rewatchable. I totally am going to have this movie on in the background, just when I'm doing my everyday stuff. Once it starts streaming, it's one of those great popcorn type film. A lot of emotion. I think one of you guys said it. It's very Shakespearean storytelling. The highs and the lows, and it made you feel, which is good. You want to come out of some of those films feeling. And a lot of the times, if it's the Marvel Cinematic Universe seems like they phoned it in the last few years in some things, and it's really nice to see them putting some considerable effort and changes, particularly CGI, and going more towards practical effects. And at least this last film, I hope they don't stop. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Like Austin was saying, the fact that there's no CGI in this movie is crazy.
All practical effects.
Yeah.
One other, like, a viewing note. Watch this in as larger format as you can watch it in, and be far back and away from the screen. It's going to make all the web slinging a whole lot more engaging, enveloping, if you will, and fun to watch if you're not this close to the screen.
And I'm guessing that's very fair. I'm guessing you're also saying, for watching it in 3D, you want to see those comic book cover recreations in
yeah,
3D.
it really pops out.
Because there's a little bit of like slow motion to them also.
Yep.
Which,
it's like, when I watched it, it's like, they very clearly made this to be enjoyed in 3D. Because again, it stopped. It's almost like it's not quite freeze frame, but it for all intents and purposes, it might as well be freeze frame. And so I want to see that in 3D. The only other thought that I have is, like, ladies and gentlemen, maybe you think this is a good thing. Maybe this horrifies you to the core of your soul. But whether you are watching a film in IMAX or whether you're watching a film in any other theater, you are going to be watching Tom Holland, Zendaya, and John Bernthal. Whether it's the Odyssey, whether it's Spider-Man, you are going to be watching Tom Holland, Zendaya, and John Bernthal. Do with that information what you will. Make peace with it in your soul. If
they're literally the only 3 actors that are employed right now.
Yeah,
it feels that way, right?
You just need to be prepared. I'm not gonna watch that. I'm gonna go in this theater. Tricks on you, buddy. You're still gonna be watching them.
Yep.
You just need to know that. All right.
They do miss an opportunity to put them in a movie right now in every genre. Like, we should have been able to go to a horror movie with them, go to another theater where we're in a romantic comedy with them, go another theater we're watching just some artsy A24 movie from 5 years ago with them. Goodness.
I'm just wondering how they have this much time to have back-to-back movies where just the box office records away. I think for Spider-Man, it passed Endgame for premiere night. Like the Thursday night showings, it was the most money of all time for an opening night movie. It passed Endgame. So, like, 79, I think opening night was like 79 million. So that's crazy.
# Short King stand up. My goodness.
Look,
My goodness.
Fine. one of my only gripes is he's not as tall as Andrew Garfield. Okay, that's okay. It's all right. I can let it be. Short king
Brother,
Spider-Man is fine.
He's not as tall as Zendaya. He's not as tall as Zendaya. All right. Hashtag short kings stand all the way up.
Yep. There you go. Yeah.
About face short kings.
You're
All
right. You're right. Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah, just about. Maverick 77 Defender. Welcome on in. Awesome seeing you. Thanks for joining us for this discussion. You guys, knowing Horman, all you guys, if you guys want to add comments, just throw in your comments. We'll jump to spoilers right now because I feel like you guys are holding back a little bit in sharing. But return to practical effects. It certainly was. Organic webbing was 100% real. So anyway, with that, you want to take us into that spoiler section?
All right,
so you just blow it open, talk about everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now exiting the spoiler-free category territory of this live stream movie review. We will now be entering spoiler territory. This is your obligatory spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. If you have not seen Spider-Man Brand New Day, please pause this live stream, go see the film in 3D, come back and join us, or hit us up on the replay. Let us know what you think in the comment section. But from this point on, we will be spoiling the film in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to spoiler territory. Gentlemen,
yes.
What do we like about this film? What do we like about it?
Likes so much about this film. But let me get to our man, Noah Hornet. He's been waiting a hot second.
Oh, hang on. Is that a new?
Yes, he's saying hot take. This movie left me whelmed at the very least.
Hang on.
Little spicy we have it here right now. Okay.
Shout out to Knowing Hornet. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast. All right.
I think that's probably, I don't know if I'm wrong or not, but what Jordan was saying earlier about us not getting a Spider-Man villain to be the superstar of this film is where I'm feeling the whelmedness when I watch this movie. Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest area.
Real quick, Maverick 77 Defender. And he said, and I didn't think about this, but he's absolutely right. Brand New Day reminds me of Fallen, the Denzel Washington movie back in '98. I remember that movie.
Okay.
Azazel. Yes, I know, bro. I know exactly what you're talking about. Good call. Good call. It does have that. It's more in your face than that movie. That movie's a whole lot more subtle. But yeah, the same dynamic of like zoom, zoom. So if you haven't seen that movie, it's one of the classic Denzel Washington movies.
Yeah, I've never seen it before, so
I'm
gonna put it on the list.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and quick note regarding
King
Denzel
Kong,
Washington.
I got nothing on this. Okay.
Yeah, quick note regarding Denzel Washington. I did watch an interview, and he in fact said that the correct pronunciation of his name is Denzel. I had to take a mental health day off of work just to process that. I still don't believe it's true, but you do with that information whatever you need to do to make peace with it.
We've been saying it wrong. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Oh,
I'm not saying that. But
I can't go back.
That's what Denzel's saying.
Denzel.
No,
I apologize.
No.
You know what? Look. It's right up there with Willem, right? Look. We got to say his name correctly, right?
Oh, Willem Dafoe.
Willem. Yes.
Well, that's at least a spelling. We pay very much attention. We're like, oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it is spelled Willem.
Yeah.
Anyways,
all right,
man.
Yeah, I mean, since we're past spoilers, I mean, being introduced to Jean Grey at this point, very exciting for the future. I think it's gonna be hard for people to align with her because she is a superhero. She's a hero, but in this film, she did some very, very dastardly things that I don't know if I would be able to forgive her. I mean, she murdered somebody. She took over his mind, made him walk out into the middle of the street and get ran over. So
I thought that was fake. Like when it happens, I'm like, this had to have been fake. Like Wait a second. CG car knocks that guy off, and I'm like, hello. Wait, did we just see that? Is that in his Peter's mind? Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean,
And then
also the
Peter
fact
says later on, like, "Oh, she didn't do anything wrong.
he,
She doesn't deserve to be. She just
yeah,
was looking for her sister." I'm like, talking on the phone to Punisher. I'm like, "Oh my, are you serious, brother?"
a
Okay.
friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, I guess, right?
You know what? I guess he's letting a lot of things slide. Like letting an old man get run over. I mean, dude, that wedding, it sucks. It sucks. It's unfortunate. But like blowing up an entire tank inside a building. She was maybe hoping everyone was evacuated. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's
Yeah, a lot of
Mhm.
unforgivable things, especially like kissing
Boy.
Peter as
Oh,
MJ.
yeah.
What an invasion of, it's just of your personal space, just all that. I'm like, how is she gonna be redeemable just because her sister died? Like, it doesn't make up for the fact for some of the choices that she made. Just sorry, your sister.
we can get to that. Even you're 100% right. 100% right. She was basically holding everybody. She was like, "I'm about to kill everybody in this kilometer." Oh, whew. Oh man. Okay. Fun moment though when everyone froze and that biker hit the like taxi and basically like ragdolled over the back of the trunk. That made me laugh. That made me laugh.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes, I 100% agree. Yeah. Oof. She's on the run. Yeah, it's definitely a weird one. That's a lot of collateral damage. I mean, like when Punisher was introduced, how many people died in the road? Like Spider-Man didn't save every last person before that tank, where he showed up, approaching that tank. Yeah. And then
You know, one of my
Oof.
one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
So, so, they go back to Punisher's hideout. MJ read the letter. So it's actually one of my least favorite parts and my favorite part. And she's in, MJ, Zendaya. I'm gonna use these names interchangeably. Beyonce's internet, just deal with it. And she's like, "Well, it really wasn't your place to keep this secret from me." What are you talking about? You would have never known. Like, why are you saying this? It was you. That was my decision. Your decision to what? About a person you don't know or don't remember? Are you just talking to hear yourself talk because you like the sound of your voice? I like the sound of your voice. Don't take this the wrong way. But like, what are you talking about? You have no memory of this man.
Peter didn't say anything. I mean, I thought Ned and her were okay with it. Like they knew it was gonna happen, right?
I mean,
right?
Yeah,
he could have been like, "You did sign off on it. You just don't remember."
And she was super quick to Millhouse Lisa Simpson this man, and like his heart is just no. It wasn't. It was Ralph Wiggum. She was quick to Ralph Wiggum Lisa Simpson. This man, I don't love you. I don't know you. So like, I'm like, oh man, that's rough.
But she invited him in at the end.
Yeah. But like that scene itself was rough.
True romance was Ned and Peter. That's where when they were building Legos together.
Yeah.
Big friends. Like, all right.
Right. But my favorite part is like, oh, can you take me home? So like he's swinging, and the way Peter was like slapping his arm on those like, is he being passive aggressive right now? It's like, just like the way he was like whipping his arm. I'm like, yo, bro, are you mad right now? Are you salty? Like, what's on your heart? Like, what's going on, buddy? Like, you go back and watch it. He's like, bam. He only has the one. Like he only has the one hand because he's holding MJ, right? Like he has he can't just do like this. Like he was like Indiana Jones with a whip. He's like yo.
There was some passion behind it. I mean, he's a better man than most to even take her home. I'd have been like, I'm leaving you up on this roof now. You can find your way home.
I mean, that was a whole connected sequence. Like they didn't leave their company. She told him to his face she didn't love him, and then she's like, but I need a ride home.
Yeah. Imagine she told him, and she looks over, she sees his hand like this, and she's trying to get a read on him, but he's got the mask on, so like you can't see his face. Just best scene in the movie by far, like bar none. Oh my gosh,
That is
that alone is
amazing.
worth the price of admission.
It's true. It's true.
Oh my
All
God.
right. Let's catch up on the chat real fast. Let's see.
All right,
let's
go
see.
ahead. Let's see.
All right. After hot take, Alias was saying, but not over intriguing. Okay, but then Rebel was like, good film, but hate how a 20-pound girl can kill and do damage, but the Punisher can't.
Yeah, that's fair.
Welcome to the mutants. Welcome to the mutants.
Yeah.
That is, yeah, I mean, we knew Punisher wasn't going to be doing like as much damage as he typically does. Like if we were watching Daredevil or something like that. They
nerfed him a bit, but I mean, it's kind of necessary for a film like this. You can't be. What was the last one shot they made? With the hour long. I'm drawing a blank on the name of it.
Oh,
but
yeah. One
last kill.
Mm-hmm.
Something like one last kill. Mm-mm. You can't do that in Spider-Man. But he was still very much true to, who he was and what we've seen created through Netflix and now through Disney, Marvel. I mean, still in the same vein.
And to be fair with him, like he probably could have gotten a couple more shots on the tank or something like that. Spider-Man is our main character, so we're traveling with him. So, he winds up getting in the way. And then, look, he admitted he should have brought a bigger gun when he was fighting the Hulk. So, like, he was getting shots and he was suppressing them. He was not going to do any damage to the Hulk. Like, virtually nobody could do damage to the Hulk, to be fair.
It's like when Peter had that one. When Peter had that one line, it's like, "What are you going to do? Tickle him to death?" Mm-hmm, but when the Punisher, at least they called it out.
They did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was still a cool scene though, where like Spider-Man's like pulling him. He's like, and like nobody expects that these aren't armor. Even if they are armor piercing, it doesn't. It's the Hulk. It doesn't matter. But it was still a cool visual. I like that they committed to the visual, even if the practical reality of it is that you're not stopping the Hulk doing this. Yeah. But he was still doing his thing. Running around yelling.
Also, to be fair. Well, I mean, that's the best thing. That's the thing I love about him. He's like, well, he's shooting the Hulk in the obviously even when he's like dancing in the hospital later on. Yeah. But I mean, to be fair for him, he would have killed Jean if Spider didn't get in the way. Like he hit that shot essentially. It was Spider-Man super senses on top of what I think is a connection with Jean that allowed that moment to happen where she didn't die. But yeah, let's try to continue on real fast, man. We're getting hit by
just a little. I don't think this is a plot hole, but I just want to get you guys on clarity on it. So, Punisher eventually makes it over to the warehouse where they're at, gets Spider-Man, brings him to the hospital. He still has his mask on, and what I imagined it to be the case is that he stayed in the operating room with the mask to make sure they never took his mask off. So he kept his mask on, at least during the surgery or whatever, so that none of the doctors would know that, what he looked like. And they just operated on his body. They took it off. But, I'm guessing he didn't take the mask off. Maybe.
That could have been it. Maybe.
Something to that effect. Because he just walked out.
If not, like you're bringing up Spider-Man 2. Everyone on the train saw Peter's face at that moment, but they were all saved by him. They're not about to throw that man under the bus at any given time. So I feel like the doctors would do the same.
Maybe just patient-client confidentiality agreement, or
Yeah.
So, we hope our doctors are living up to those standards, but that's kind of the hope. Maybe that's a quick explanation of why nobody saw, or if they did see, they weren't going to say anything. Spider-Man 2 is a great call out.
Could be, but then now we also have the crutch potential with Jean. Like she could have literally like blocked that part of their minds or something like that, where they can't see what his face looks like.
Because they did say that she was helping him heal, or just making sure his brain didn't shut off, so that they can do surgery on him, keep him around a little bit longer, something like that. But yeah, I like Jean Grey as a character overall. I'm just gonna be really surprised how they come out of this with her, especially with her going to be like another face of a Marvel franchise. But I do have theories of what does lead up to the next one, like damage control. And now we do have the fear of mutants in the world after this,
Mhm. Mhm.
and damage control could maturate into something else. Eventually,
Oh,
within the mutant saga. Yeah.
mhm. I mean, I would assume, and this is projecting into the possibilities of the future. They probably have some sort of digital recreation of Spidey's inhibitor. So I mean, it very easily could like spin off on into like, I don't know, Boulevard Trask or Mister Sinister or something, like getting a hold of the
Mhm.
technology to use it to against the mutants and stuff like that.
I
Um,
mean,
And
a
that was
lot.
another homage
Yeah.
to the original Spider-Man too, the
oh
little
yes, the
inhibitor.
inhibitor in that place at the base of his
Doc,
neck,
yeah, Doc
100%. Yeah.
Ock's inhibitor. Yeah,
And the fact that it
Yeah,
was like
and
it glowed yellow as well. Yeah.
yeah.
it was good.
Hmm.
And another thing is, now within this universe, Spider-Man and Hulk have created these inhibitors, which are going to be a big deal moving forward.
Yes.
Um,
Mm.
Going
Hmm.
back to mutants, there's
Yes.
a
Yes.
lot of inhibitor technology being used
Yeah.
um,
Hmm.
because of the fear of mutants.
Yep. 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 Oh
The
yeah.
one thing that this film makes me really like want to see going forward. All right, so we saw Spider-Man with the Hulk and that dynamic, and we saw Spider-Man with the Punisher and that dynamic, and it's a fun dynamic. I really want to see now Spider-Man and Deadpool have their own movie, do their own thing. They already have a comic book series based on that. I want to see Ryan Reynolds doing the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool, talking about all the things that he can't get away with saying because this is a PG-13 MCU movie,
Hmm.
breaking the
Hmm.
fourth wall, doing all that stuff, right?
Yeah. 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 Hmm.
That would be fun. Plus, whatever hijinks they get into, whoever the villain is, I don't even care. I just want to see them riffing, going back and forth.
Spidey
I
is
think that
his
would be a lot of
favorite.
fun.
Yeah. Even though he likes Wolverine, Spidey is his favorite.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
mean, we
seeing that.
saw how good Wolverine, Deadpool, that was a lot of fun. There's no reason why we can't have something like that with Deadpool again.
It looks like it'll
I would.
happen to some degree.
Yeah, yeah. Anything's possible nowadays. The fact that in the last movies they brought all the other Peters from other universes, I'm like, all right, well now we can pretty much do anything. Nothing's off the off the chart. But
Yeah.
yeah. What I want to go back to this, and I'd be remiss if I didn't. But the hand being
Yeah.
utilized in this film, and those practical effect shots they did with strings, those fighting sequences, the choreography, absolutely amazing. If you guys watch that
Hmm.
sequence too,
Hmm.
it's just
Hmm.
so awesome
Yeah.
to see that type of fighting without the use of CGI. It was wonderful.
Hmm. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I hear what you're talking about. Yeah. 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 So I think it's definitely like having the hand in here. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll find out. But ninjas, we had certain anime Naruto posters show up in Ned's room as well. Y'all, we know Destin Daniel Cretton is
Yeah.
been working on a Naruto movie. It sounds like he just met with Kishimoto. Sounds like it's
Yeah,
moving
there's some
forward in a way
crossover.
more so than before.
There's some
Yeah.
crossover promotional thing with Kishimoto. I
Mm-hmm.
think in
Mm-hmm.
Japan, maybe here in America
Mm-hmm.
as well. I saw some
Yeah.
video about it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So him
Um,
Yeah,
messing
yeah,
around with the hand in this movie, him messing around
yeah.
with martial arts and almost like a QB fight at the end of Shang-Chi. Like it
Yeah.
feels like, okay, these are some steps that he's taken to mess around with what he needs to do to finally make that Naruto movie. Yeah, very happy the hands in here with practical effects. It was awesome. It was unfortunately another thing that I wish they did not have in the trailers.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just couldn't
Yeah,
help themselves from showing like every
everyone.
climactic fight moment from this movie in the trailers.
yeah, this the movie trailer was very Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I was waiting
Yeah.
for more surprises. I thought I'd get it. I
Mhm.
created all these
given what they
theories in
showed in the
my head.
trailers, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I thought they wouldn't do that. I'm like, no way they would do something like that. And then I
they
watched.
did
I'm
it.
like, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, okay, all right.
Mhm.
that
They
that
did it.
that did stink. Need
Yeah.
to be a
Yeah.
little bit better at that.
Mhm. That's why, like
So
knowing after watch. That's why I felt like my second watch was even better because I'm like, okay, I go along for the ride. I know what is going to happen. I'm not anticipating what I want to happen. A grander, bigger fight at the end. Yeah. So yeah, real fast.
Yeah,
Let's we were
yeah.
responding to Hornet. Yeah, so he basically was saying looks like the movie's a vehicle for too many setups, and now we have to wait for a bunch of payoffs. And then he wound up going to Jean Grey. Feels like a really weird bad guy choice in general. Like I was kind of hoping for a more grand scheme with multiple villains.
But hang
Yeah,
on, hang on.
yeah.
Keep it real. It's real in the building.
Yeah, keep it real. Welcome.
Oh, good to see you. Good to see you,
Yeah.
sir.
Always.
Always good to see you. Welcome.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay, he said he finally saw the movie today. Thought it was okay, great, but okay. Wasn't great, but okay.
Okay.
Like, yeah, well,
Like that,
I'm
like
excited
that.
to hear what you shared.
Yeah.
What do you feel about
That's
that?
I mean, that's fair.
Visually, the movie was definitely amazing, spectacular. Knowing Hornet, Alias Fresh, there's a certain amount of suspended belief, makes it fun. Gina's OP, yeah.
Gene is
Inhibitors,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, what's popping? Yeah,
So
beauty
yeah,
of
and Nolan Hart
practical.
was also talking about maybe Sinister Six showing up,
Yup.
kind of a ways to showcase a bunch of villains and do the homages. Yeah, so my thought for that was they knew that this movie wasn't going to conclude with a Spider-Man villain being like the center and focus of it. So not only did they want to show what he was doing during the 4 years, they're like, okay, let's give him these comic book covers. Let's give him like fighting with Scorpion. We hadn't seen Scorpion show up on screen.
Yeah.
Let's give him those in-universe Spider-Man moments at least, because we know it's not going to conclude with that. I definitely could have had like several more comic book covers recreated. Because I feel like they only didn't show the Tombstone one, right? Or the interaction with Tombstone. I think that was the only one they didn't show during the trailer, but they showed like all the others.
Right. Right.
Yeah, could have had way more of that.
And I mean, good thing is there's a lot of C tier level villains there. I mean, you got a villain named Ramrod they showed really quickly, him headbutting a wall. That's a classic cover. But I'm like, and they really want to
be, like he
wish
he were Juggernaut.
I don't know if anybody's really asking for Ramrod versus Spider-Man, but it's a cool moment. So, and yeah, you're right, Joseph. I do think it's nice that they did do that at least to kind of build his world, and that he does have those street level villains out there that he's having to take down every once in a while. And I mean, Boomerang, Tombstone, Ramrod. I think those were the three in that one. I don't know if I'm missing anybody else.
He does have that like mini fight with Scorpion.
Oh, Scorpion's the fourth.
Before he pulls like the piano on him. Yeah.
Yeah, he
that
pulled
was
it.
That was awesome.
He pulled a Spider-Man 3, what's that meme of Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man 3, like Moody Maguire, something like that.
Oh, yeah. Bully Maguire.
Bully Maguire, there we go.
Yeah. It's awesome. And he actually had a Spider-Man wisecrack at that moment, which was great. That reminds me, by the way, potentially the cheesiest line during the whole film for me came from Scorpion when he was talking with the prison guard, like walking to the helicopter, and he was like, scorpions are nocturnal. Like in response to like you're going to a dark place, scorpions are nocturnal. You're like, I'm like, brother, you are LARPing way too hard right now. Come on, please.
To me, that's second. I think the most easy line was when Jean Grey got into Frank's head. Say, oh, this guy's got a lot of issues. But I'm like, all right.
Mm-hmm. That was one thing on the nose. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that I really liked was just MJ and Ned, just kind of seeing them.
Yes.
I thought that was really cool. I just like,
yeah.
And basically the parasocial relationship that Peter had with them, watching them on Instagram or TikTok, whatever it is he was watching them on, and then going to the party. And just kind of seeing them, and like, I just came away like I always thought Ned was a cool character. He was a likable character.
Yeah.
I ended up just really liking him, like even more so in this movie. I just really thought he was a cool character. He was just like a cool guy, someone you would be friends with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I
awesome.
like
his scene with the shark fire cracked me up. It was a good moment.
And MJ, she was, the things that can make her maybe a little bit annoying, like being extra dark and, dour, like that was pretty toned down. like she's a
That's
grown up
probably
now.
yes, exactly. I think that's one of the
Mm.
good things that they did. She did feel like she was 4 years older in that regard.
Yeah.
And yeah, it like there did feel like there was a maturity there, which was awesome. She did wind up snapping back, at Punisher, with his 3 questions kind of thing or whatever. But yeah, she felt like 100% agree, man. Yeah, these characters grew, and okay. So going into this film, I was like I said, I didn't want to have. I was like, okay, I hope they just have Spider-Man on his own. I almost
Mhm.
wanted him to not like interact with MJ and Ned, and then, but like Jordan was saying, it has been half a decade at this point. So when you're thinking about like, okay, what's an important story to tell for the character, it just kept making more and more sense. Okay, 5 literal years have passed by for us, and with the character, almost the same amount of time has passed by. Like, okay, this is the right time. And then what you're saying, Austin, like, they're honestly some of the best parts of the movie for me. Like the human element, the human connection, his interaction with Ned, with Frank, with MJ. It was really,
Yeah.
really good in this film.
So 2 things that I felt because of that were rewarding at the end of the movie is okay. So yeah, it's kind of goofy as the scene where she's like, it wasn't your choice to make. Like, what are you talking about? Like, stop. But the reality of that is like, well, yeah, they're not going to just be in love. There's kind of something going on between them because there's always going to kind of be something between them because they're naturally kind of drawn to each other, right? But
We saw that like they in this movie, like they were like Ned made a whole spider tracker, not really even knowing who Spider-Man is, but he
Right.
has an affinity towards him. Same with MJ and some of her character choices as well.
right, they naturally drawn to each other, but like they didn't reconcile. They didn't like reconnect and like fall in love by the end of this movie.
No,
In
no.
fact, you see MJ just kind of sitting on the roof by herself, just kind of like thinking about what's going on, and it's really left up in the air. And I actually thought that was really good.
Yeah.
It number one, narratively, it opens up whatever they want to do in subsequent movies. How they want their
Yes,
relationship to
yes.
unfold or rebuild or whatever. So that's cool. But like
Yes.
just the reality of it is like, yeah, I
Mhm.
got some stuff to think about. Like this all got I just got
Yes.
bombarded with all this stuff. I read this letter that apparently I wasn't supposed to see, and I got some things to think about, and that's
Mhm,
realistic, and I
mhm.
like that. And at the very end, the handshake between him and Ned was super rewarding.
Very,
Super
very
rewarding.
much
You
He's a
know?
little bit magic. Remember that he's a little bit magic, and that's
Yeah.
why he possibly
Maybe,
popped out of
maybe.
Yeah, and then he goes,
That might be. That
Peter.
might be
I'm
it.
like, oh snap! Like, and it's cathartic to see Peter get his friend back. Like
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
super
yeah.
rewarding, and I was like, you're happy for him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And
It's a good payoff.
it's different. It's its own thing, but it kind of harkens back to Spider-Man 2, where it's like, finally at the end of this movie, this guy catches a break.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's exactly. I agree
When
with
is
you.
somebody gonna save you? When is somebody gonna save you? Peter Parker. He's sitting there listening to the radio scanner. Just knowing that MJ is getting married. She runs out in her wedding dress, which is like, okay, you
Mhm.
could have done this before. You could have broken up with him before.
Mhm,
But whatever. Ignore that. She runs up to the apartment door,
Austin,
turns around.
you're asking a little bit too much, brother.
And, they finally make out, right? And the
Uh-huh.
swell of the Danny Elfman score, and he's got a
Yes.
whole new lease on life. Yahoo! And he goes off and he swings that web,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
she looks out, and the movie and then the music gets like really like serious for a
Man,
moment.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
getting some chills right now, brother. Oh my
you know,
gosh. But she
this wasn't-
looks out, and there's a seriousness on her face, like
yeah, it
the-
gets real serious.
Mhm,
Best
mhm.
Spider-Man movie ever, right?
Incredible. Yes.
This
yes.
movie in its own way kind of hits the same note without but like it's a different movie, so like it would be inappropriate for it to hit that same level of intensity. But I just like seeing MJ on the roof. That's
Yeah.
like, I got some stuff to think about.
Yes.
How do I
yes,
feel
Yeah.
about all this? And I
yes.
think
And
that was
also-
totally appropriate tonally and narratively, and it
Yeah.
was just like I felt good about it.
Yeah, and I mean, this is our longest running Spider-Man now, with Tom having 4 standalone films. We've had some time to build a relationship with this character, and
Indeed.
it was nice for this to be a little bit more intimate in a way. He's not breaking the multiverse. He's not flying to space to fight aliens. He's dealing with his own emotions,
Yeah.
and and we've all gone through that before, and it's nice, and mixed in with some bad guys, some karate. Man, we're good. It's
Yeah,
a fun
there's
movie.
also the lesser
wait,
version
wait.
of the whole thing where it's like, his body is changing. He
Yes,
doesn't
I
have
do want to
control
cover
of it.
that in a half second. Before we move
Yeah.
on, though, like a couple things that you were mentioning regarding MJ. So, yeah, she winds up telling the man that she doesn't love him, but then, I mean, look, I still think her staying with him and spending more time with him just happened to show like that the connection is still there, like that the love is still there on some level. She wanted to still spend time with this guy. She could have left. Is it just because she didn't have a phone that she could have gotten anywhere? I don't know if that's 100% it. I'm gonna give it 90%. That's probably what was up. But after he drops her off, she then invites him back up into his place to spend time and everything. I'm like, oh, there's more to it
There.
than just like, okay, I'm ending things there. I don't love you. Like, there are already the seeds there showing that this woman wants to be with him.
You can't spell Spider-Man swag without swag, my friend. It's just not going to happen.
Yes. Yep.
At the end of the day, it's still Spider-Man swinging you to your place of residence. Like,
this is fair.
the drip is real. Like, it's like,
Yeah. I mean, how she could not fall in love with Spider-Man. I mean,
yeah. I mean, let's go.
All of them do. We still haven't got Black Cat. She definitely falls in love with Spider-Man for sure.
Yep.
yeah,
and that's that part.
That's another one. Is like I was hoping maybe they would introduce another love interest in this movie.
Yeah.
Even though maybe possibly at the end, he's supposed to be with MJ, but I figured in this stage of where he's at in Spider-Man's arc, I was like, oh, I figured they would throw another female interest for Spider-Man. So
yeah, a
I'm
possible love
throw out
triangle.
something crazy there. I'm gonna throw out something crazy there. Scott Summers, I think you got to watch out. There might be somebody coming for your girl. At the moment, I care more about their relationship because we've only seen those two characters. But I will talk about that later. But yeah, very intrigued for Spider-Man's relationship with the mutants. Yeah, no, I was hoping they would show someone else. Like I was secretly hoping that they were like digitally painting like Sadie Sink or just creating like fake, scenes. And she actually turned out to be a different character. She wasn't the redhead that we were all expecting her to be. Yeah. But I guess we've gotten okay number of his love interest, but yeah, obviously not Felicia.
I also like the app, the Spider Tracker app. I feel like the product tie-in, like they have to, like, that has to be on the App Store at some point. It has to be some kind of tie-in with Doomsday or something like that. You open up the app and it shows Spider. You guys all saw the end credit scene, right?
Right.
Did we all say after the credits roll?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is a Marvel movie, right?
Yeah.
So it shows. Now, what does that mean? What does that all have to do?
I have ideas. It's like Spider-Man. I also think it's going to be another Spider-Man. I don't think it's our Spider-Man, Tom Holland. I think it's going to be another Spider-Man they bring in.
Okay.
If it's Miles or if it's Toby again. But I do agree. It's like, even my wife asked me, it's like, why is he out in the middle of space? I'm like, I don't think that's our guy. I don't think that's Tom.
Exactly. Man. They were very careful to say Spider-Man will return. They didn't say Doomsday. It probably is going to be Secret Wars. We're probably not going to get them at all in Doomsday, if not for like a very like tiny little moment. Yeah, 100% could be another Spider-Man. I mean, Tom Holland's already said he wants to. I think he wants to roll off his character and lead into Miles at some point. It sounds like he already has it in mind. We did also see Cindy Moon in this film.
Yes, we did. Silk.
She becomes Silk.
She was she was the one who asked Dr. Banner the question in the classroom.
Yeah. Pause for a half second, guys, so I can catch up. Looks like Keep It Real was hitting us with those numbers. He said the first week made $927 million. Oh my goodness. It's a crazy amount of money, like whew.
Yeah, I think it cleared the $1 billion mark or something. Something great. Like
it had to today. 100%.
By today, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Because the reviews on this movie and everything, like, unless you watch Your Movie Sucks, you know, like that review. I watched his review, but he doesn't like the Marvel movie, so like that's whatever. He doesn't like it. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's not for
Yeah.
Always
everybody.
got to be
That's fine.
cynic.
Yeah. It's okay.
What was I saying? Oh,
wait. Also, sorry, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Sorry. Keeper was all saying this has been a great year for movies. We're gonna have 5 movies that make over $1 billion before fall. Wow, that is hopefully that changes the industry a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Industry's hurting a bit, supposedly.
Another character I like.
Also, oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, hang on, Matrice in the house.
Matrice is in the building.
Good to see you. Welcome back.
Saying Black Cat is heavily featured in Spider-Man Noir, though. She is a character in there for sure. These universes are different. That's even a different Spidey Noir from the animated movies. It's Ben Reilly instead of a version of Peter. So they still could have Black Cat in this universe as well. MJ was so over her current BF.
100%. Guy didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, that poor guy.
Bro, he got a kiss. He got a kiss.
He did. Dude, how oh my gosh. The cinematography they did in that moment was brutal. Because it's like they wind up kissing, you know, Peter's looking over there, and then Ned winds up talking to MJ about, like, you know, better things. I guess that was maybe before. Technically before. She talks about, like, you know, having a heart, you know, not wanting to be part of a soulless entity, something better. And she directly looks over at Peter. That was amazing. It would have been even crazier if after the kiss she wound up like looking back over at him. But yeah, that'd have been dirty.
Yeah.
All
right. So another character I liked was the police chief.
Oh yes.
Oh, girl,
yes,
from
Jeff.
the bear, bear.
Yep.
Keeping it in the Disney extended family.
Her name's Gene Wolfe, I think it is her name. Yeah.
DeWolf.
Wolf. There it is.
Yep.
Which in the comics, if you know anything, she does have a relationship with Peter Spider-Man.
Okay.
Some things do happen. She ends up dying, and it leads to the Venom, the symbiote becoming part of Eddie Brock's character. It all leads, yeah.
So we'll probably see more of her, but I just like her. Definitely. I like her in The Bear. I like her in this movie. I just like her. She's super cool.
She's cool. Yeah.
And she had a little banter with her kids and just the whole thing. I just liked her.
Yes.
She's just a likable character. So shout out to her. Yeah. Shout out to her.
But that's what they do. They put Marvel puts somebody out there and you're like, I like this person. They're like, yep, we're gonna kill him now.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, Thrones, yeah. But I do love that she's Peter's Commissioner Gordon, basically.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know?
Yeah. What's his name? Who's the guy? The guy that played Jameson, but he had like the kind of like the Bill O'Reilly show or whatever. He wasn't in this movie.
No. J. Jonah wasn't.
Yeah, J.K. J.K. Simmons is the actor, but then J. Jonah.
J.K. Rowling. J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Rowling.
Welcome to the Super Cinema Bros, you guys, where Austin struggles severely with names of characters, actors, cities, countries. Yeah.
Oh, man. Dang.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Keep It Real was also saying that Apple was cool. This franchise keeps making that kind of money. Everybody's gonna have the Spider app.
It looked like Flappy Bird.
They definitely could make it. Kind of. It had a what would it be like? It almost looked like, or 16-bit sort of like
16-bit. That's that. Yeah.
Yeah.
16-bit kind of. Yeah.
Between the two.
Yeah, I think they actually. I think Marvel actually made a website that you can actually go on and you can like play with the Spider app basically. So it's available. They have like live time where Spider-Man is currently in the city. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Genobi also here is talking about can't forget our guy from Severance. This is very true. Tillman.
Oh yeah, what happened to him at the end of the movie? It was like they didn't really show.
It just said
Uh,
some one-off line that he went missing. Basically, I think they heard.
Oh, okay.
Um,
so
but
One.
yeah,
one detail that I liked that I caught going back into the movie a second time was when his character is William. I forgot his last name at the minute, but when his character was talking to Peter, what was it? When I think it was after they caught MJ, basically not MJ, Mary Jane. Sorry, why am I saying Mary Jane?
Jean Grey.
My mind is falling out. Jean Grey.
Welcome to the
I'm-
Super Cinema Bros, you guys, where Josiah struggles desperately with character names, countries, and other locations.
Oh, man, yeah, I'm feeling a lot like Peter B. Parker at the moment. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
as a father. You know, things are falling apart here and there, left and right. You know, still can hopefully save the day every now and then. Yeah. So Jean. So after Jean is captured during that like Hulk sequence or whatever, his character, it's fascinating. I love that he technically tells the truth when he's asking about the sister. And Peter was asking her like you know what's up, like what happened with this situation, and you know, oh, she was probably looking for yeah, he's asking about Sarah. He's like, oh yeah, Sarah was somebody that I worked with recently, but you know, but they passed.
he didn't
Like,
lie. He just he
did
withheld some
not
of the truth.
lie.
No.
Exactly. I love that they did that with his character. Not that like, you know, he knows Spider-Man's gonna catch on or whatever, but he seems to be, yeah, he did that because he's a shrewd enough guy to know that he could like use the truth in a deceptive way. It also sets it up for us a little bit as well too. But yeah, love that actor.
He'll be back.
Didn't get the most out of this role,
Mhm.
unfortunately. Probably will show up again in some way, shape, or form, hopefully. But yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised to see him alongside like Julie Louis Dreyfus at some
Yeah.
point later on. They seem to be in the same,
Government side
like
of things. Yeah.
they would work together
Yeah.
well, kind of thing. I
Yes,
can imagine a scenario like that.
Yeah, I definitely think we'll see him again working on that side, doing the nefarious things the government does and within this universe.
Yeah.
If you guys seen Daredevil Born Again season 2, there's also another character in there played by Matthew Lillard, who's kind of in the same vein as those two other characters.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes manipulating super powered individuals. So, yeah, he did. His name was Bill Metzger, the character. He had some very nefarious things that he was doing on the back end, and that's why I really truly believe the true bad guy of this movie was Department of Damage Control.
Yes.
Yeah. So
he even has a line where he's talking about like two sides, like heroics, and you think he's gonna say villains, but he says damages, which shows like with the hand that he sees it as a tool to use the villains to his own end, which is very very much like Julia Dreyfus's character's you know, strategy. Same with I forget Lillard's character from Daredevil.
Yeah, I forget that too. I don't want to mess that up, so I'm just gonna use the actor's name.
Yeah. Very much building up to. I mean, that's kind of what happened with a little bit with Thunderbolts. They did it kind of differently in the movie, but I mean, they have like straight up villains become heroes in the comics for a time. So I think they still do have that on the table. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how about let's talk about some things that maybe we didn't like, we didn't enjoy, we thought were less than stellar about the film.
Okay. Well, because things keep popping in and out of my mind. One thing that I did want to cover just very, very briefly about Easter eggs. So Jean's sister, you know, we wind up getting the hair scrunchie. The colors of that scrunchie are very important. Yeah, I know you saw this, Jordan. The colors of that scrunchie are the Dark Phoenix colors.
Yes, they are.
Yep.
a little hint right there. Yeah, I noticed that. I clocked that immediately in my first watch.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you know, I was doing the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. Yep. Oh man, so many good things. Okay. All right. Sorry, Austin. Head us back into that chapter that you were opening up right there.
All right, things I didn't like. Uh, Florence Pugh and Marissa Tomei. Saw about this much of them. I needed to see more. I mean, we saw Florence Pugh from this up.
Well,
I know, I know.
Okay.
Look. The
Okay.
funniest thing is like, I literally want to know behind the scenes what is the blue like liquid or powder they put in that water.
But
I don't
what
know.
is it
It's a
supposed to be
healing
like one of
agent.
those? Is it like a bath bomb or like dropped a bunch
Yeah,
of
yeah,
bath
yeah,
bombs?
yeah. That had to have
Yeah,
been. Yep.
No,
but
well, she was a great addition. I mean, her few moments in there though was great. Small potatoes, big potatoes. I thought that was great dialogue.
yeah,
She plays the
yeah.
character well.
I
Yeah.
like I love seeing her on the screen. For the 45 seconds.
So this definitely does connect with what I was saying at the beginning. If you go into this film and I'm just gonna try to keep this in mind for all the subsequent Spider-Man films in this universe. Like, yeah, like knowing is talking about, like you guys are referring to, the Spider-Man movies, they keep consistently being moments where they have other heroes or other characters like show up and they use it to set up things. Like this is what it is. So once you accept that and then recognize that, at least for this film, it seemed like they still told a good story out of it. But New York is very much alive. New York does feel like, oh yeah, there are characters that live here. So the fact that he's coming across Black Widow, she's now Black Widow. Yelena coming across Bruce, coming across a bunch of other characters within Jean Grey, like this is gonna keep on happening, and that's kind of why I like also have the hope in my mind that this leads to a Spider-Man and his amazing friends, where he has Firestar and Iceman on his team, doing something. I'll be very pleased. I just know, yeah, we're not getting the Sam Raimi, Andrew Garfield. He's in his own universe movies. This is not gonna happen. So you accept and understand. We're gonna get the MCU is full and vibrant and alive. He's gonna cross over here and there, Yeah, but I understand, man. You wanted more with her. I
I mean,
think we're gonna get a lot more with her with
what I'm trying to
Doomsday.
say is like I really relate with Peter's character because I also miss Aunt May. Listen,
Austin, you're also dreaming about her.
listen. Like I didn't say that because I feel like it goes without saying, but like listen, Marissa Tomei is like a generation. She's like Diane Lane, Pam Grier, Jane Seymour, just beautiful at any age, generational on a generational run of beauty. And I think the movie would have benefited from more of that.
But like Hornet is saying, Aunt May was the real hero of this movie again.
Yeah,
Once
she
again.
was. Remember me.
Yeah, dude, that scene was incredibly touching, and I think it's awesome that they wind up coming back to it 3 times, and they show us more, and then they place Jean into Peter's, position,
Yeah.
which I think Jean is saying only what Peter said at that moment, which makes it even more like touching how specific it is even to her. Yeah.
I mean, just circling back to like things I didn't like. Once again, we've
Okay.
talked about
Go
this.
ahead. Yeah.
We've talked about this a few times. Is not having a Spider-Man villain be the main villain of the story. That's probably going to be my biggest issue with the film in general.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, outside of that, I mean, there's small things you can nitpick, but that's probably just me being an extra comic fan, just wanting everything, wanting my cake and eat it too, type thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's unfair to feel that. They must have. They're probably thinking, okay, so the last 3 Spider-Man movies, we had Mysterio, we had like almost a Sinister Six kind of like situation with No Way Home. The first one we had Vulture, so they're probably like, okay, let's do an ending to a film that maybe doesn't have a Spider-Man character, Spider-Man villain, and isn't a like gigantic battle to close it out. Like I can see how when they view the group that they're trying to do something different. But I 100% agree. Like this was the opportunity to showcase another incredible villain in Spider-Man's pantheon of villains. So
Yeah, 100%. And the fact that I think this is like the fifth Marvel film in a row where how you defeat the villain is by hugging them and understanding why they're doing something. Thunderbolts is just like that.
Yeah.
It's just can we just get a big battle at the end? Like we haven't seen one really good one like that since like Shang-Chi, you know? Like some of these guys are just bad. Like we don't have to understand why they're bad. They're bad.
yeah,
I miss some of them, you know?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I do. I am like intrigued by this Jean being different and how they've set it up and like what she was willing to do. I think we're gonna have a different X-Men, and that's exciting. But I was still hoping, even when it was clear, oh, there's gene manipulation going on. You know, it's leading. There's mind jumping, telekinetic or telepathic stuff going on. Like the writing was clearly on the wall that it was going to be Jean Grey. I was still hoping that it was like, oh, maybe there's like an obscure Spider-Man villain that can do this that I'm not aware of. Or
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
once we get the Jean moment, then we have like I think Tillman's character, does he become like the Jackal or something possibly that does like DNA manipulation or
Right. That was kind of my hope for the Jackal was behind there. That was kind of my theory. I think Tillman's character just becomes like a head of a government organization, kind of like a
yeah.
something to do with the mutants. I don't think he ever gets any powers in the comics, like something like the mutant response division and stuff like that. That's what's he's gonna have like a deep hatred for them because he was made foolish.
All right. Was anybody the whole psychic blast and everybody's like
I was just wondering, how about the people who were just going to the bathroom at that very moment?
Oh no. Oh no.
You know, she's not completely evil, right? Like
Yeah.
We also don't have like a full explanation why Peter is like resistant to it. That was this is a little bit of
I kind of match it to like how Doctor Strange wasn't able to fully control Peter when they were battling. Peter, the spider sense was still working even though Peter was pushed out of his own body.
Okay.
So I think it's something of that sense. The spider sense, his spider abilities, he has some sort of mutation where he's not effective.
Okay.
Yeah, the arachnid part of his DNA is derpity derp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jean's not at that level where she can understand control bestial kind of minds or something. Possibly.
This is beginning Jean. This is like she's not even a Marvel girl yet. So
like if Sabretooth showed up, like she shouldn't be able to get in his mind potentially. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we saw her at the end of the film, finally realized she has telekinesis. That's why she was able to freeze everybody, right?
Yes.
Before all she knew was the telepathy part of it. So
yes.
But
which I think is actually really good too.
Yeah.
The fact that it was like, what Hornet was talking about, the VMAX moment that unlocks her 11th ability. I mean, unlocks her telekinetic abilities. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just saying
Hornet VMAX was I was fine with VMAX. It's
I was good with that.
It didn't bother me.
I was like, what was the last thing she saw? A Pokemon card?
I know, right? Yeah. I totally didn't think about that. That's a good catch.
Yeah. I was just saying the extras that they found to do all that. I feel like the great city of Los Angeles probably has more experienced extras that probably would have brought something different to those scenes. I'm like, come on, you guys, just try a little bit harder. The
extras...
they might have been going from the camera like this. I don't know.
I can't lie. That and the body swapping just made me think of like, I don't know, like Vines or like some sort of like TikTok sort of thing that someone would have done like half a decade ago.
Yeah.
It was fun though. Still, it
was fun.
I wonder if there was some like Yeah, it was definitely goofy. But it's all right. The comic book's allowed to be goofy. I wonder how many
Yeah,
contortionists out there were looked for. They're like, we want contortionists, we want minds, we want people that can control their bodies. Yeah.
yeah,
Casting directors. If you guys did any of that stuff, let us know in the comments. We'd love to know.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
Otherwise,
So
yeah,
if we are in negatives, I do still like the freeze. That said, it does feel like it was more effective for me in Logan.
Mm.
I like when Xavier winds up, freaking out and Logan's like clawing his way through the hotel. It was still effective in here, but it didn't feel quite as fresh for me because of Logan. And then like what you were talking about, Jordan, because we had the blackout from Sentry as well,
Mhm.
in Thunderbolts. Still wound up working for me ultimately. That is what Jean does. But I was, because we've seen it in a couple different ways before, I was like, oh man, I don't want that to be the final big thing that happens in the movie, but then it wound up being the final big thing. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want some battles. I mean, the hand scene obviously made up for that with that action scene. But I don't know how many of my enemies I've been able to just give a hug to, and they were like, you know what, you're right. I was doing something wrong today.
yeah. Let me
Mhm.
let me let me chill out on the mass murder. Like,
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, 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 yeah. You know
Uh-huh.
what? You made a good point.
yeah,
Frank, she did
um,
nothing wrong. She's done
yeah,
nothing wrong this whole time. Why do you want to kill her? I
yeah.
do think it
Okay,
was
so
great that he was like, "What's with this soft serve stuff? I'm gonna do it my way. You do it your way."
Mhm.
okay, so maybe you guys can clarify this for me.
Hmm,
His eyes turn black. Is it just a standard power up for Spider-Man?
okay.
Where he allows the arachnid DNA to kind of more
I mean,
fully
yeah, this
take
one's a little
root
bit
in his
different because I
yeah.
mean, there's been storylines in the past where Peter has messed with his DNA and mutation. You've seen that when he comes like Man Spider, where he gets all the extra arms and some of the comic book runs. I think the MCU just kind of made their own version of that because we also kind of saw it in Spider-Man too. He was also going through this issue of not knowing who he was, but then his spider mutation started affecting him. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
very much there's parallels there, right?
yeah. Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I just wasn't sure if there was like any parallels to what happened in the comic books or whatever.
No, I
That's
mean
what I don't know.
they do have
yeah,
the man spider character that winds
yeah.
up happening when his genetics wind up going out of control. It sounds like they played around with that storyline, and I think this is kind of them trying to get close to it a bit. I still do think
Mhm,
it's possible that they'll go further. Same thing with
mhm.
like Jean, X Men, even Hulk. I think this isn't the end of everything. So even if I wanted a full man spider in this film, it could happen later on, like in the Avengers. Because I guess in this movie, Holland was saying like, oh, they tried writing it, but they want kids to be able to watch this film. So when it gets to a darker situation, like
Yeah, don't want to make a body horror all of a sudden,
I
you
think
know?
I mean, I would totally be fine with seeing like full on man spider happen, like in a alternate, like in Secret Wars or something like that, and then I don't know, but yeah, so it's
Yeah,
present in the
yeah,
comics, but not in this specific
same
form. I
way.
need to read the run. I don't know if it's his emotions that like set off the man spider transformation or
Yeah,
not.
because it,
It
it kind
yeah.
of seemed like he just kind of let go and let God, and he had just basically a strength power up, you
Yeah, yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, all right. But his eyes turn black in the process. So it looks like
And
he's possessed, but he's not
yeah, I
really.
mean, I think it's just like his next level. Like he's the Spider-Man we all expect him to be now, right?
Okay.
Mm,
We've seen his journey, and now he's pinnacle Spider-Man. That was the
yeah,
end of that.
yeah,
Also, that they did take a little bit from the comics with the whole mutation and the spiders, but they also took some things from Sam Raimi and the Spider-Man one with the organic webbing. Historically, in the all comic books, Spider-Man has never had organic webbing. He's always used cartridges, always created
right.
his own webbing. So organic webbing was an idea and came out from the original 3 movie arc with Sam Raimi.
Got it.
They're just pulling a little bit of everything from everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But what you were just touching on a little bit there, one of the critiques of the MCU has been that they depower a lot of the characters. So technically, we did see him do some big feats, like when he was trying to hold the ferry together in No Way Home. But I think with him and with like Savage Hulk showing back up, being bigger, being stronger and stuff, they're trying to write that and bring these characters maybe more aligned with what comic book fans are expecting out of them. So next time we see Hulk, expecting him to be more devastating, closer to potentially the Ang Lee version that we were talking about. And with Peter, like him being able to like one hand the scorpion tail and then finally just like pull himself through the metal door. I think these are ways for them to be like, okay, let's in it being a new phase, in us going into the mutant saga most likely, where powers are even crazier. Let's bring up all our heroes to the power level that people are expecting out of them.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Two things that I just thought of. Number one, the scene where it shows Peter's face inside the mask as he's like falling down. I thought that was cool. I like that. And it just kind of tells me
that. Like they keep doing that. But they also allow his eye to be seen like through the mask as well, which is a really nice touch.
And he still like his eyes still do a little bit of like the personality stuff a little bit. So I thought that was cool.
Emotes, right? Yeah, no, that's fun.
And you can clearly see in at least a couple of the scenes, at least one scene where he's sitting upside down, kind of the influence of the Spider-Verse movies in terms of the cinematography and just showing Peter, sitting down, but he's upside down. That's not entirely original to the Spider-Verse movies, but it's something that was prominently displayed.
Yes.
And you see it in this movie as well.
Yeah.
Spider-Verse movies, which are incredible, by the way.
Yeah. It was hard not to think of, Across the Spider-Verse where Miles and Gwen are sitting,
sitting there. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, there's some really good cinematography in terms of just watching Spider-Man swinging and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, the swinging was actually really good in this film. All the poses.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun watching him move around and do that stuff. So
one of the best moments actually, though, or one of the fun moments that like kicked off me having even more fun during the movie was when he heard about the tank going through the city and he's swinging and then he winds up like pausing and like cracks his knuckles in midair and then keeps on swinging. I was like, they're having some fun with this character there.
Yeah.
As people point out, there's like Insomniac Spider-Man fight moments and swinging moments in here. It's very good.
Very
the
good.
Insomniac video game, like it seems like Destin and Tom Holland and a bunch of people have enjoyed the games, and so they incorporated different moves and kills, and like people pointed out, like knocking people off the building, but then like saving them by webbing.
Also, like I think one of the opening scenes, he was fighting a bunch of like thugs on the roof, which I heard that's very much in like he pulled a lot from the Insomniac games with some of those shots, so that was nice.
And some of like the Andrew Garfield on the rooftop movies quite a bit in this film. It happens a lot, and it makes sense for the character.
Yeah,
Andrew Garfield, again, go ahead.
What I remember from those scenes, like some of the scenes where like he's dealing with people or taking care of multiple bad guys, henchmen, some of that. And then again, like the swinging around, or what I would call like the X gamification of him web slinging, just kind of doing cool poses, or just kind of like free falling, being carefree about it,
Yes.
That stuff's fun to watch.
Honestly, two things about the Andrew Garfield movies that we've kind of covered. One, as we all talk about, the suit and the swinging action, incredible, and especially the second one. But actually very impressive. We talked about the connection that MJ and Ned and them have with Peter. The fact that Andrew Garfield and what's her face, the one that plays
Stacy.
Yeah, Gwen Stacy. I was trying to think of her real name. Their chemistry in those two movies was incredible as well. So like, still some love for those films, doing it in two that we have now like in some ways are experiencing in four with the Tom Holland movies.
That's true.
Yeah,
that was probably one of the best things of Amazing Spider-Man was that connection between those two characters, Andrew's character, Peter, and Emma Stone. They did that in two films versus four. Very, very impressive, actually. Think about it.
Yeah, actually, I'll go back to one thing that I kind of
Okay.
liked.
Okay.
Even though I think we covered most of what we didn't like.
You can keep
Now I'm
talking about
stuff-
it, but say
Yeah.
something, and then let me catch up with chat, and then
Yeah,
we'll
real quick,
continue
the
into
scene
negatives.
where MJ is helping him on the computer do sciencey stuff,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what was going on with me," and she said something to the effect of like, "Yeah, it sounds like maybe you're just changing." You know, it's like, oh, it's almost like it gave him permission to just like, yeah, I'm going through some stuff. You know, like my body's changed. Like he's like, yeah, it sounds like you're just changing. Like like that's just a function of being a person. Like you change. You know, and just the way that she said it, I was like, oh yeah, it shows maturity on her
Oh.
part. But like it was just like it just allowed him to like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. You know, like maybe this isn't something I have to fight because I'm not doing a great job of fighting it. It's causing other issues. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was just that little
All
dialogue
right.
scene that I liked.
Yeah. All right. So Matrice is saying, do you wish they brought back Famke Janssen in some way, especially since they brought back Kelsey Grammer and stuff? And what was her last status? Dead. That was her last status in from X-Men Last Stand or whatever. She was dead. They
Yeah.
could bring her back.
Well-
It's possible.
Wolverine killed her in that
Yep.
movie, if you guys remember.
Mm-hmm.
He had to.
He was,
He loved her
he
so
was
much.
slowly approaching her as she was blasting
Yeah,
away, and
Nobody's
stuck the
dead
claws.
forever in these type of movies at this point.
I just, yeah, like Jordan and I were talking about. I want to be surprised. They literally, I'm telling you, Marvel could literally advertise the name of a movie and like show nothing until the movie comes out, and it probably would do incredible because of the amount of like curiosity that people have over it. I don't know why they
Yeah.
don't do it. They totally can do it. Secret Wars. I'm telling you guys. Just show the title, and people will be like, "We need to know. We need to know. Why
And
did
the
he show
timer.
anything?"
And the timer, you know. So-
Yeah. Exactly. And you save a bunch of money on marketing. There you go. Pay us some money, please.
It should call.
This solves all the problems. And send us a check.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
side note, that did make me think. I'm sure you guys saw Ryan Reynolds show up at the panel, right? That I'm guessing then he's probably not in Doomsday, which I'd be fine with him then showing up with Spidey and Secret Wars. But
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah.
All right, catching up a little bit more. No Horn saying also I would have liked a PS scene about what happened with Spider-Man saving Punisher and that whole callback they kept referring to.
Long Island.
Yeah. You know, I get where you're coming from, but I'm actually a big proponent of them not over-explaining the past. Like, especially movies like Han Solo movie didn't need to exist.
Oh my God, don't go there. Oh man, I agree with you.
Yeah, like it's more
I
fun.
personally benefited immensely from knowing that he was taking night classes to learn how to speak Wookiee. And that the reason his name is Han Solo is because he showed up to the immigration line by himself. Like what that did for my relationships, like I can't put into words.
took Star Wars to the next level.
I'm
for
so
you.
thankful that
Yeah.
they enhanced that part of my childhood. Thank you.
Yeah. Genobi saying I cried during the Aunt May scenes, but I'm just a movie crier. I also cried anytime the trio were together. Look, I agree with you. I was there also.
I was emotional.
Absolutely beautiful.
I felt it. I
Yeah.
felt it. Yeah.
And I don't think you're watching, but Escape Pod Podcast Hat Guy. No, Aunt May was not saying with great power comes great responsibility again. This was a different message. All right. She did say responsibility and then like a sentence later, great power. But it wasn't the same message. The message was basically, hey, you're not alone. Okay. Bad people are going to come for you. But remember, you are loved. Okay. You don't need to be anything but yourself. That's not the same message, Hat Guy. Okay. Okay. All right. Keep it real saying we'll probably get another Spider-Man movie in 2030. And more than likely, that's when the torch will be passed to a new Spider-Man of Mr. Miles Morales. Probably. Are we gonna get Donald Glover as Prowler? Is this gonna happen? You guys think that's gonna happen?
I know because I totally forgot in Spider-Man: Homecoming they set him up there, right?
I'm totally down.
We talked about it. I like
Totally down
Prowler.
for that.
Down for as well.
Yeah, Emma Stone was Gwen Stacy
Yes.
in the
yes.
Andrew Garfield.
Okay. All right. So since we're technically in the negatives a little bit still, mm, 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 mm. hmm. I don't have a crazy amount of them. I did want the Hulk fight to be longer. I did even want the hand fight to be longer. I especially wanted the Scorpion fight to be longer. It's just I guess it's still connected with like my wanting to see, like Jordan, you're talking about, like a big spectacle. It doesn't have to be as big as No Way Home, but like a fight that really like presented a puzzle that like Peter and Spider-Man had to solve like during the fight. I mean, with the hand, it was essentially accepting the two halves of himself as a single thing, and then he gets his power up. But like, like I always love it when there's a villain that causes the main character to have to figure things out, and typically that's what happens with Spider-Man. Like, as strong as he is, as capable as he is, like with Venom or something like that, he typically has to figure it out, and there's like a puzzle, not always like specifically a gamification kind of element there. But yeah, even with the Hulk, like, I wanted to see more. Peter's, I mean, I guess at that point he wasn't accepting himself. I guess that's what popped in my mind. I wanted to see the arachnic side of him take over, fighting Savage Hulk
with the Hulk,
and see that fight between the two of them.
And also we're on this talking about the Hulk scene. So they basically told us that Hulk knew who Spider-Man was, because the whole thing for when for him to calm down was like, we're friends. So did the Hulk remember who Peter Parker still was? Because he was locked away, so his mind wasn't wiped.
Yeah, I think that's kind of, I mean, as we know, Hulk reaches some busted levels of capability also. Right. I would be okay if there's a part of Savage Hulk that does still remember. I mean, in the comics, Hulk actually really likes Spider-Man as well, even if he doesn't like remember them as friends. It's kind of like Deadpool as well. Like, those two characters, amongst others, just genuinely like Spider-Man as a character. But yeah, I think Savage Hulk, I mean, I think typically he's not really able to be mind controlled, even by like really strong mutants, because Savage Hulk is like on that different energy, which I guess is technically like hell energy or something. Yeah, so I think that's fine. And then connecting also then with his best friend. I don't know. I don't know that I know he is magical. He does have a bit of that magical ability. But I feel like Doctor Strange doesn't remember him either, right? So I think it was maybe like some people were pointing out that MJ said Peter to Spider-Man. He's like, oh, his name's Peter. It could be a bit of that, like just putting the things together. But I don't know. They could play it off in a number of different ways. I'd be okay if there was like a bit of his innate magical ability is kind of counteracting the magic. I think that
Ned has magical abilities in the comic book, or
I think he becomes Hobgoblin, right?
Yeah,
which doesn't have magical ability. Yeah,
he becomes a villain eventually.
He does. I don't know if this Ned needs to. I know a lot of people are like hoping like Ned does become a villain. I don't see it. He doesn't look very intimidating to me. He's great as Ned, but just putting a mask on him and calling him something, I don't know if that's really gonna be real or make you feel like you're actually. It's set in reality. It's set in some sort of reality, in whatever reality we call this superhero universe.
Yeah, there would need to be another outside agent, kind of like with with Willem's Green Goblin. Basically like being another entity, almost like in his mind. I feel like there would need to have a separate entity influencing him to maybe be like that's latching on to the internal conflict he has with being mind washed and stuff like that. Like, they could get him there, but I don't know.
Yeah. Here's a question. Yeah. Given that both Ned and MJ are techie people and can figure out technology things, And we saw in this movie that okay, well, at the end of is it No Way Home, the last movie?
Mhm.
The end of No Way Home, Peter lost the Stark suit, right?
Mm.
He basically started off like super high technology with the Stark
Yeah.
suit, Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home. And then this is kind of like, in a way, it was kind of a regression, but a return to form. Now we
Mhm.
see in this movie that he's kind of going back to like Stark's, like it's not Jarvis, but it's like, whatever
Right. He
the
created his
voice.
own AI. I think it was called
Yeah,
Eve.
Eve, yeah. So he creates his own. It's all installed in the mask. So he's kind of going back. He's kind of like.
Mhm.
So what are the chances that in the next movie or whatever, that technological progression continues and he kind of gets back to having like a Stark suit or something similar, maybe roughly equivalent? What do you guys think of the possibility of that?
Mm.
And maybe this is just head canon, whatever. If Ned does become a bad guy, part of that is maybe he's taken over. Maybe the Hobgoblin or whatever is like the android robot that he makes that takes the form of the Hobgoblin, or maybe he's
Oh,
being controlled by somebody and sabotages the suit. Helps him build the suit or whatever, and then sabotages it so he's all trapped in his spider suit. I don't know, something along those lines. What do you guys think about those
Yeah,
kinds of things maybe happening?
go ahead, man.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's going to happen. I hope it doesn't. I like this, you know, grounded as grounded can be Spider-Man. The fact that like the suit isn't CGI this time around, um, you could actually see his ears, like the shape of his ears in the mask. But like that's what it should be. I don't. That's how envision Spider-Man. It doesn't need to be perfect.
Yeah,
It doesn't need to be technologically advanced. Because that's not who Spider-Man is. Spider-Man is the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
yeah.
You know, but
hmm I could completely do without the high technology element, even like the AI in his suit. I was hoping that it was going to be that way. I think they're like, well, in this day and age, it makes sense that he would have it to some degree. He wouldn't have just like completely ditched it. I think what was it, like 5, maybe even more years ago? Like, there's a comic book run where Peter, he basically like builds Oscorp in a way, like his version of Oscorp, and he has
mm,
like a super highly technologically advanced suit that he uses as well. And then they typically strip it away from him. Like with Jordan, I'm a bigger fan when it's just a suit. Like it's not like aiding him or like helping him. Like he's not mini Batman, mini Tony Stark or whatever.
yeah, exactly. And
And
also, what is
yeah,
fun? Yeah, I was just gonna say what was fun about this new suit was you can totally tell he picked what he liked from the other two Spider-Man suits.
yeah,
Where he picked the race spider webbing from Toby's character, and then the long elongated symbol on the back was more in vein of Andrew's Peter Parker Spider-Man. So, you also get to see, what he's learned over the last three movies, and then kind of see some of that personality in the suit outside of just having a rich benefactor make him one.
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
I was
I was curious. I
actually
was just
I
curious.
was happy, and I was a little 50-50 on. You could see some like creases on his mask.
You
I
could.
liked it overall, but sometimes it was a little distracting. That was just me
Yeah.
personally.
And I like the added touch of like when he takes off his mask, he's got bumps and bruises and cuts and scars and
Yeah,
like he had a rough night, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Mhm.
hmm
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, so let's see. Keep It Real was telling us. Oh wait, sorry. Matrice was first saying talking about Venom. Yeah, we did have a Tom Hardy post credit scene. Yeah, the symbiote to some degree is in this universe. I hope they're saving it for Secret Wars. I mean, that's where it
Mhm.
shows up
Mhm.
in the original run.
Original run.
Mhm. That yeah, he winds up. That's when he gets his all black suit. His suit gets all messed up. He goes to a device and he gets a black suit. He thinks it's just a regular suit. It winds up being the symbiote. As that run develops, and through that, I'm hoping that. I mean, I'd be totally fine if they pushed even his like mutation element at the same time. Like we kind of got a mini black suit spider moment when he's handling Scorpion. It's kind of like going out of control and
Mhm.
oof, dude, that moment he like slams him down in the front of the police car, I was like, that dude is dead. Yeah.
I was like, that's something else I was wondering. I'm like, did he get like
Yeah.
some sort of super serum? I know for a fact if I was thrown against the car with just an extra tail technology, like you would
Dead.
die.
Dead.
Blunt force trauma.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And then he takes the tail and is beating him with it. I'm like, extra dead.
Yeah.
One thing I will say to also talk about Scorpion is I did not like that they didn't give him a mask. I know they probably wanted to show the actor off,
Michael Mando. Yeah.
right? But
to all
I
you
don't know.
Far Cry 3 fans out there, he's the main villain of Far Cry 3, or not the main, a major villain. Anyways, continue.
I just always go back to the Spider-Man the animated series, and that was where I was first really introduced to Scorpion.
Yeah,
And that's the iteration I really like. That's the version.
Who was like a threat that he couldn't figure out for a while. He wasn't to the degree of Rhino where it's like, oh, I can't like do anything to him. But there was a similar kind of element where like his suit was so good and armored up that he was having trouble like taking him on.
And they didn't include us technically in the comics. J. Jonah Jameson created the Scorpion because he hated Spider-Man so much. There was no involvement there either. So
I do want to see more Jameson. I want to see that because that's an integral part of Spider-Man.
Yeah,
his character. That relationship is foundational to who he is as and it's like the pushback, to what he's doing. And
yeah.
in some ways.
So I'm kind of wondering if we'll maybe get that. Hopefully, get that because obviously in this movie, basically everybody loves Spider-Man. So I could see the message of him like saving the city, saving the threat that was threatening the city, Jean, potentially getting put out there and be a way that like a J. Jonah could like twist the narrative and then take him like further away from being like the shining star in the public eye.
I mean, I think part of it is like because everyone forgot who he was and everything. It's like, and they, everyone's memory was wiped. It's like he still remember what happened and whatever lessons he learned about what it, how to best be Spider-Man. He just applied it going forward, and so now he's getting the key to the city. Now everyone's rooting for him. It's a different deal.
He needed that, man. He was really depressed for 4 years.
Yeah,
he needed a little bit of love, right?
Yeah,
right.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
but
hang on, we had
stripped away as they always do in the comics.
Knowing Hornet Head. Okay, true believers, I'm gonna get myself ready for bed. Hope this movie sets a bit of a standard for the new era of movies to come, and I can't wait to see what they got in store for Doomsday. All right,
dude.
Well, have a wonderful evening. Good night, sweet dreams.
Thanks for contributing so much.
Keep it real.
To chat.
Yeah, Keep It Real said Doomsday will be a $2 billion movie. I don't doubt it. I think Ned will want to be a villain of some type superhero, so he can see that happening. Spider-Man versus Ned, the villain. Okay, interesting.
Possible.
Yeah, will Ned become Green Goblin? Yeah, I don't know. We talked about that.
Yeah, it'd be Hobgoblin.
It would be. Yeah, it would be hot. And I mean, the fact that they still haven't introduced why am I drawing blank on his name? Right, William Dafoe's character,
Norman
Osborn. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Or his son at all. They're such big proponents in a lot of storylines. I know probably they're trying to move away from Green Goblin because William Dafoe has really done such a fantastic job as far as owning that character for over the last 25 years or so. So but there's a lot that could be told there with the Norman Osborn, Oscorp. Such a big piece as well. So missing a little there.
Man, after this latest animated series and a couple others, I was hoping to have more from Tombstone. I'm becoming more and more a Lonnie fan. That guy is awesome. But yeah, connected to animated stuff. Yeah, we are getting an animated villain. So Venom Spider-Man series, 2027. Oh. So we'll be it seems like we'll be seeing more of that crossover happen there.
What about Carnage?
I mean,
you can't do Carnage without Venom. You have to do Venom to set up Carnage. So you can't. Yeah.
And can that be a PG-13 movie?
It shouldn't
Well,
be.
we did have that movie technically within
I
the
know it was
Venom
not good.
universe. Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
Yeah.
what
I
I'm
mean,
asking is like the MCU version of that, or the MCU retconning. I
mm,
don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, it should be just because Carnage is a serial killer. Um, without the symbiote, yeah, he was in jail. I mean, you kind of saw it a little bit with Venom, Let There Be Carnage with Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
But he's much more evil in the comics, and um, I just don't ever think you'll ever see a Spider-Man movie be rated
Yeah.
R, unfortunately, just because of kids love it so much, right?
Yeah,
So
MCU is not
Yeah,
looking to do well. I mean, with the exception of Deadpool.
right.
yeah, Carnage is fun. So my personal relationship with those characters, I think Venom is best when he's a villain, and to
Hmm.
some degree, I feel like Carnage is kind of redundant, but I still wind up having fun, with the story that they told.
So maybe if they do that Spider-Man Deadpool mashup, you could fit that stuff in and make it a rated R movie. Maybe.
Another team up movie, Deadpool and
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
I honestly think it's way more fun, like you were saying earlier, for it not to be rated R. I think
Mhm.
it just it's not true to the
And
Spider-Man character in any
yeah,
way, shape, or form for it to be rated R. So,
fair enough. Fair enough.
and I think that it's like we've seen so much Deadpool being rated R that it's more interesting, yeah, when we have those moments of him being forced into a PG-13 or PG movie,
And then
acknowledging
commenting
that,
on
yeah,
it
he's limited, yeah.
in the
Hmm.
in the fourth person,
Fourth
fourth
wall,
wall,
yeah.
breaking the fourth wall.
And look, they could even throw in She-Hulk and they can talk fourth wall break with each other.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if they're going to bring her back.
She did it first, guys. Remember, She-Hulk did
Yeah,
it
Yeah.
before Deadpool ever did.
before
I
Deadpool was
mean,
even created. Deadpool wasn't
Uh-huh.
even created when
Uh-huh.
Jennifer Walters first did that in the
Yep.
comics. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would be fine with that if they found a clever, funny, entertaining way to do it. Um,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but yeah, Spider-Man Deadpool. That I think I think that's a printing press, and
Yes.
I think people would really, even if it was super mediocre, people would still go out to see it. But if they made it good, oh man, they could make some serious bank on that.
I mean, at this
I'm.
point, I think anything they do Spider-Man, they can just write a check for. I mean,
Yeah,
proven.
He's so good a character, so good a character, and yeah, they've been handling him pretty well overall too. It could have
Yeah,
been messed up a number of times. But
agree.
yeah, keep it real sane. Good night, family. Thank you for letting me share this moment with you guys. Always, always. I appreciate you guys. God bless you guys and see you in the next week. Yes, keep it real. Man,
absolutely.
one of the true ones, one of our solid
Yeah,
uh friends
we
of the
we
channel,
appreciate you.
friends of us as well. Yeah, always
Yeah,
appreciate you coming by.
very much. Have a good rest.
Yeah.
Sleep well. Um,
Okay.
anything else we want to cover? Anything else we want to mention?
I think I got everything off my chest.
Okay.
Overall, uh, I mean, I honestly can't wait to see it again already. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
and if anybody listening, that bodes well for you, then you should probably get out there and take a look. Make sure you
Yeah.
see it on the big screen. It's worth it. In 3D, I agree with Austin. Definitely, check it out that way.
Yeah, and just a big shout out to everyone, to the people that really worked out the physics and the mechanics of all the web slinging and all the stuff that Spider-Man was doing.
Yeah. Mhm.
There's a lot of creativity and coordination that goes into all of that.
Definitely.
And so,
Yeah.
yeah, for the people that did that and made it look as good as it looked, I mean, yes, I said all practical effects, but shout out to the team at Industrial Light and Magic, Wetaworks, Digital Domain, whichever VFX house was handling it. It's generally always a combination of ILM and Wetaworks normally, um, and a couple other smaller, visual effects houses that do whatever it is that they do. Digital Domain, which is James Cameron's VFX house, they
Mhm.
also do a lot of work here and
Yeah.
there. So,
Yeah.
um, and it's always mixed at Skywalker Rant, Skywalker Sound, like
Yeah.
all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, um, they all did a lot of really good work,
Yes,
and
yes.
getting all that web slinging to look as good as it looked in this movie, you know,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
shout out
the
to
people
them.
doing posing out Spider-Man while he's swinging through the air, like that
Oh
stuff is
yeah,
not easy. Yeah, he looks
Mhm.
incredible. He
it
does a
is
number of
so easy to get wrong, and if they
yes.
got it wrong, it's the first thing you would notice.
Yeah, there's also yeah, it's so tricky making the like speed of things look right, and I think they did a really good job of like the speed of his swinging and movements and stuff. I think in general, like even him like running and like jumping off the ground into swinging like wound up looking
Mm.
really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
you did wind up talking about the sound of things, and that does remind me. I know we can wrap it up in a little bit here, but Matrice did wind up asking about well post credits. Sure, there's one at the very very end, but before that, she was bringing up music, and yeah, the music was really good in this for me. So
Mhm.
one, they brought in some horns for Spider-Man. Now that he's like our Spider-Man, like the full level Spider-Man, brought in some horns that wind up sounding very epic. Brought into I don't know if it's Spider-Man's personal score, but it did to keep showing up with him, so it might be more connected to his personal score, which kind of reminds me a little bit of Superman and some of the older superhero movies. So that was really good. There were moments where like strings were used really well. Like during like Destin is really good at the emotional moments. And so like the orchestral strings, dude, the scene where Peter sees MJ kiss and then leaves like completely shattered, swinging through the city with the rain. There's a piano score that's happening during that scene that is handled incredibly well. Yeah, the music in here, Giacchino did a fantastic job. There's some elements of his previous trilogy with like Spider-Man's main theme, but overall this is like an advancement. And then even the pop music used in here way better than James Gunn uses it, or anyone that tries to be like James Gunn.
Oh boy,
There's a Tame
Yeah.
Impala song that plays leading into the
Yeah.
party scene. That is
yeah,
that is
yeah, yeah.
incredibly good. And
And
not only does it go from it's played over a previous scene, but then after the transition, it's a diegetic music that comes from the actual party itself. So it serves as a transitional force used in the movie. Yeah.
Bonus
Um,
points for using the word diegetic.
and, and also the song during the montage by the band TV on the radio, Wolf
yeah.
Like Me, Wolf
Yep.
Like Me. What a great song to put into that
Yeah.
montage.
Mm-hmm.
Fit the
Mm-hmm.
tone, kind of gave you a feeling of what you're getting into,
Yep.
you know, a little
Mm-hmm.
not so sunshines and rainbows, a little bit harder hitting,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit down on his luck, Spider-Man, and that song really
Yeah.
paid it off. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Even the music that they have playing over the like cards at the end, the credit card, the not credit
Yeah.
cards, but the city sort of cards while they're showing, the
Mhm.
actors and stuff. Yeah. Really, really nice stuff. Yeah, good choices all across the film, Matrice. The music is good. Definitely a little more memorable than and than a number of other movies. Sorry. Last
Which
question. She was saying, "Is there enough action to keep my 4-year-old in his seat?" Sounds like he's been enjoying Spider-Man. Um, there is an okay amount of action in here, but there are a lot of slower moments too.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
so it's like there's a lot in the first act. I mean, I think
He'll
it
love the
follows the
first.
structure.
Yeah, he'll love the first 30 minutes of the film, and then it does slow down a bit in the middle. Some of the more personal, emotional scenes with Jean, he'll probably not understand,
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
know.
yeah. Like the beginning, maybe like the middle. Once we get some rough Mark Ruffalo stuff. And then like then a little bit at the end. Yeah, I think yeah, hopefully he'll hang in there. But you might need a fast forward during some of the moments that are for us adults. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, last thing I was gonna say though is like you mentioned earlier, Austin. I love seeing Bernthal and Holland interact. Really,
Mm.
really good interaction.
It
Hmm.
was fun.
I think most of the stuff was earned also, as far as like their dynamic. Even him
Banter.
getting a little bit tearful there, at the end. I know some purists might be like, "Oh, it never happened. Punisher never shows any emotion," and I think that might be missing his not understanding his character completely.
Yeah, there's a point in which he's like, man, like, why are you acting like you want to be like me? Like, you have no idea what I'm going through.
Yeah,
Dude, if I could go back and have like what you have, like if I could have my family back, like what are you talking about? Like, I don't want
yeah,
to be like this. This is, so
yeah,
I like
Mhm.
that.
yeah.
And
And I think even right before that, or right after that, when Peter's like they're talking about if he has the parts that he needs or whatever, and like the anti-static mat and everything, and Peter's like, oh, you wouldn't have that stuff, and
Yeah.
Punisher's like, what kind of mouth you got on you? I'm like, yeah, it's so good, so good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, and you're right. With the Frank Castle piece, um, Frank just telling Peter, you don't want to be who I am. This is a prison. My mind, my brain, who I am is a prison. I wouldn't be this if I didn't have to be. So that build up of relationship was really good.
yeah, one thing I'll say that I was debating saying this, but I'll say it. Like there's the banter between MJ and
Frank,
Frank.
yeah.
And then at the end of that, she's like, yeah, I like him. He's cool.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Gentlemen, the little game corner with Austin. Gentlemen, don't be afraid to like be a bit disagreeable. Don't be afraid to have a little
Mhm.
edge to you. Like you don't have to be squeaky clean. Like women like a man that has a little bit of edge, a little bit of pushback. You know,
Mhm.
tell her she's wrong. Tell her you disagree with her. Check her on bad behavior. It's okay. It won't kill them. Like they
Well, I'm
chances
not
are
gonna
they'll
show
appreciate it.
I'm not gonna show my wife this portion of the pod. Yeah, I don't agree.
And
I
that's why I was debating whether or not I was gonna say it or not. But you know what? I'm not trying to get in anybody's, get anybody in trouble. But yeah, like have a little bit of Punisher game. It's okay. Have a little bit of it's okay.
Yeah.
Don't go all the way. Do you be who you are, but like it's okay. You just be your own person. Like stand tall. Stand on business. It's okay. It's
That's
okay.
fine, that's good.
I'll,
Yeah,
I'll
That's
leave
yeah,
it
good.
at
yeah.
that.
And then
I'll
and
leave
then
it at that.
uh and then now getting back to the part you can show. Yeah, Punisher could have been a little more respectful. Yeah, anyways, we'll move on. I'm just messing. Uh
Yeah.
No,
Um,
you're right. You're right. 100% on that. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, David, welcome on in. Same with Jennifer. Thank you for coming on in, guys. Even here at the end of the
Oh, hang
session,
on.
we
Hang on.
appreciate
Who
it
we
all the
got? Hang on.
time.
Let me take a look. We got David Antonio and Jennifer Goodwin.
Yeah,
Welcome to the
welcome
stream.
in.
So good to have you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. All right.
And Matrice, I see Matrice on here. You guys had answered this. When is a good time to go to the restroom during the movie?
Oh,
Oh,
good
I
question.
didn't go. I held it. It was hard, but I don't. I think somewhere in the middle.
It depends on what you if you like the character development and the relationships, you should go at certain times. If you like the action, then you should go at different times. So I
it's
guess it
true.
really depends on what you most want to see and don't want to
Mm.
miss. If you're character driven, then you might want to go right at the beginning. Um, try to take care of it before you go, because in the middle there's a lot of character development stuff. And if you like that, and I like that, I thought it was good, then you might be a little bummed out if you like come back to a chase scene or big action scene. Like, oh
Yeah.
wait, what happened?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't think of. I can think of a time that would be a good time because
yeah, it's kind
you're
of
right.
tough.
There's so many points like and character development, like you were saying that
Yeah, you're missing out on
you
one
don't
or
want
the
to miss
other.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically never trailers. Yeah,
Yeah, avoid the trailers if you can.
it's a different day and age. Yes, we don't
Oh,
have the
that's when
intermission anymore.
that's
Yeah.
when you should go to the bathroom during the trailers. Like that, do it then. That's the
Yeah, I mean
safest.
this movie still does have the it won't start until like 30 minutes after the
Yeah.
actual like
Yeah.
time that you buy the ticket for. So Yeah. I mean, I was almost about to say, sadly enough, like the second Scorpion fight. It's unfortunate. It's not that far into the movie, so it's like I don't know if you need to use the restroom by that point. But like, yeah, like Austin is saying, either you choose you really like the action, so you go during the drama, or vice versa. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of a tough call, but yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. So you
Alright.
guys, as I mentioned earlier, do you think Destin is gonna hopefully do some justice based off all the ninjas and stuff like that? Yeah. We had a jutsu happening almost, you know. Yeah.
Well, from the fan base, he better get it right because you guys will skewer him.
Yeah, you know, look, I think he's able to tell with the writers. It's not all on him, but he seems to be able to tell an emotional story. So the character dynamics and the choice of characters of actors, I have hope for, and I'm sure he'll have a good crew to do all the other choreography and fighting and stuff like that. So anyway,
Yeah.
hopefully,
I mean, with all the anime adaptations, I hope it's more like One Piece than it is Dragon Ball, whatever that piece of crap was, Evolutions back in the
Dragon Ball Evolution.
2000s.
Yeah.
Sacrilege, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
thankfully the
Yeah, we'll
actor for
see.
Piccolo apologized for that, and I think he actually
Yeah.
he got to play a character in Super and made up for it. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh wait, yeah.
But
All right.
Anyways, yeah, Matrice.
Sure.
Also, thank you for telling us we're great. You're great. Also,
Yes.
we're coming back for Doomsday. Hey, may wind up happening. Coming back together
Right.
for Doomsday. It's
we'll see.
this has been good. So
Yeah.
yeah. Any more thoughts?
No,
I
think
could
I'm good.
leave it there. I'm sure there's more,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
well, thank
All right.
you guys for having me on. This
Yeah.
is awesome. I had so much fun talking
Yeah,
about
this is great.
Yeah.
All right, I'll sign us out. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been our review of Spider-Man Brand New Day. My name is Austin.
My name is Josiah.
And I'm Jordan.
And we are the Super Cinema Bros with special guests. Thank you for joining us. If you have not done so already, then please, if you would be so kind, if you would oblige us, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. So that you can be notified for all of our latest live stream movie reviews. What do we have next? What's coming up next, Josiah? Have we
I don't
decided
think
yet?
we've decided just yet. Could be an anime. What was it? I think there were a couple of considerations I had.
Yeah. I saw it. I was like, I didn't recognize a lot of. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to watch all these trailers. I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, we're entering a time period where it's not a lot of like recognizable movies. Not necessarily that they're not going to be good movies, but
in other words, we covered all the recognizable movies, and now we're kind of in that lull until like
mean,
September, October.
Hot streak. It's been a hot
Kind
streak.
of.
that's
Yeah.
for sure.
kind of. I mean, the end of
So-
the month we have Coyote versus Acme. I mean, I love Looney
Oh.
Tunes. But hey, John Cena's in it. I
Oh.
do like John Cena. Actually, though,
Oh.
late in September, we're getting Resident Evil by Zach Kreger. Very much looking forward to that. But yeah, I think October Street Fighter. So those are like the like most recognizable name movies.
Josiah, would you believe me if I told you that John Cena was in every single scene of Spider-Man Brand New Day?
I wouldn't believe you. I would 100%
All
believe
right.
you, you know.
So
I think he actually is Peter's mentor. I mean, they both got the wrestling background and everything.
yeah.
So yeah, next week I don't know. I was looking into a movie called Mr. Hero, a Thai movie. I don't know if it's going to be in theaters anywhere around us.
Okay.
But was thinking
Yeah.
of covering Demons of the Shadow Realm, like the first 12 episodes potentially. I mean, there is
Yes.
that one night only movie, but I don't know that we want to cover a rom-com like that. So anyway,
Yeah.
we'll talk
if you-
after this. But yeah, go ahead.
If you're taking any recommendations, The End of Oak Street is coming out mid-month with
Oh,
Anne
yes.
Hathaway. It's
Oh, I think I saw the trailer.
dinosaurs. So
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Anne Hathaway. Yeah, we've been
That
seeing a lot of
was.
her this
I
year.
think there was like a T-Rex in the poster or something. Right?
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That one
Yeah.
actually might be fun.
Maybe.
That
Yeah.
coming out this month.
Comes out on the
Uh,
14th.
yeah.
Okay, I think we can check that one out.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think that week I was considering the Rivals of a Mizah King with Matthew McConaughey, or the Birthday Party
Okay,
with Willem, but maybe the End of Oak Street. Yeah, we'll look into it.
yeah, we'll look
Um,
into it. So, in other words, we'll let you know. Follow us on Instagram. We'll be posting kind of our tentative schedule, and we will keep you guys in the loop as we sort it out. But otherwise, yeah, thank you for joining us. This was a lot of fun. Um, really appreciate your perspective.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Jordan,
man.
yes, it was awesome, dude. Glad we
Uh,
made it
Thank you,
Love
happen.
it.
Jordan. Appreciate it. And
Peace up.
yeah, man.
Anytime down.
We'll have to do this again sometime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
Anytime, guys.
Cool.
I love being part of this.
Yeah.
It's one less hour that I have to talk to my wife about all the things that I love.
Hey.
Now you're like, yeah, I feel good. I talked about it. I don't
Yeah, I'm
need to
like, we're
talk to
done.
anyone
We
else.
don't need to talk about it now.
Yeah, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, on that note, you guys have a wonderful week. God bless you. May the Lord bless and keep you. May his light shine upon you. May he give you his mercy, his grace, his peace, and his joy. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week once again, and we'll catch you in the next one. And until then, we are signing out. Super Cinema Bros. Peace.
Peace, guys.